Look at that frame rate, by the
I
way.
was just about to say. Oh, jeez, that's
And that's on the console
gameplay is this?
version. That's game Fringy's
This
gameplay.
is-
Springies?
Yes, this is
Jeez, that's right.
this is on
oh my!
PlayStation.
Oh,
I said it was
It's
stop
stop
motion. This is stop motion transport.
oh no!
Yes. And bear in
That
mind, this
was
is not as bad as it got. When I was playing on Legendary on the Moor for the Warthog run, it was diabolical. How badly it was running.
Were you saying
You're
sub
playing on the
30 maybe?
PlayStation,
Because
right?
I haven't seen that.
This is well. It's the thing is I was streaming at 30 frames per second, but I was playing at 60. I was on performance mode. Is what it was on performance mode.
Performance
it turns
mode.
into stop. What I noticed is this is why I prompted it, because this moves into the sort of general art graphics sort of conversation. But I don't know what the problem is, but if there's too many enemies or too many vehicles on screen, or even projectiles, the frame rate attached to those objects or characters drops. Not like the frame rate that the whole game is at. The game is still at 60 frames per second, but the enemies will animate at like 10 frames per second.
It's like the ghosts are
Yeah. That's the thing some games do to save.
It's like you need to go faster,
power.
so you're like dropping stuff out of your ship. Like it's just sacrificing the frame rate of that stuff at that point just to keep the basic frame rate of the entire game going.
Yeah. I don't
There's
know
some other games like there's an example. This happens in Deadlock, which is a closed beta game. It's not finished, but if you hit like the little minions with a little tether that keeps them in place, then they will be in slow frame rate. But they're the only things that slows down. It's just to save the performance for everything else. The fact that it's happening in Halo on performance mode on a modern console is embarrassing.
It's not the PlayStation 5 Pro, but who fucking cares? I don't need to be upgrading a fucking console mid-generation to play a game that ran perfectly fine on the original Xbox.
Dude, even the
25
ghosts.
years ago, and I can play.
That is right.
Everything.
You see the ghosts?
It's every object. It is every single enemy object in an environment. Like this, I don't know what. And of course, the best part was for the Warthog run. It did the weird Unreal Engine fluke where it looks like sandpaper's been rubbed all over the screen. I don't know what the hell that is. Like, I don't know why it does that, but I noticed that particularly on the Metal Forerunner.
Yeah,
doors. Does it look like you're watching a video that's like overly compressed?
Yeah, it's
it's got a residue a little bit. I think it's the upscaling mixing with the lumen.
Yeah, I don't know what. I mean, it's
like.
By the way, this was my turning point. This right here, this was my turning point against the game. I think I was blown away by the fact that a remake actually runs this badly. Like, to me, it's almost disqualifying, putting to one side everything else that could be said about the game. No excuses. Can't say, oh, well, your PC's not good enough, because this is PlayStation 5. This is a platform that it was built for.
Yeah,
like I said, it was not running well at all for me. I got a 4090.
Yeah, not for me.
I think when I was on Remix Legendary, I had everything turned to medium, and I was still getting like 70, 74 was probably at the average, which is just like, guy, what are we doing on medium? Like, what's going on here?
I think part of the problem is the way Unreal Engine 5 works, and like these aren't settings you can change in the in-game options, by the way. Which is
it's
the problem.
baked in.
Is that it bakes in ray tracing, which is not just reflections. It's also like determines the behavior of how like light bounces off of surfaces onto adjacent surfaces, like carrying color values from one surface to another based on bounces of how light is bouncing off one surface to another. Like you can't turn that off in the in-game settings individually, unless you write a custom text file and save it as an INI, and then the engine will read that and force it in. Yeah, but then it ends up not in all cases, because sometimes you can do that with at the very least chromatic aberration and film grain. You can turn those off through the INI method. And you'll get like better performance and a better looking picture. But I think there's some other things where if you try to turn them off, like it'll deteriorate the fidelity of the image so much, because like it relies on like baked in, like, you know,
it's
high fidelity features.
Film grain is still being shoved into games.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it should just be optional. And I've seen already many people, and this game will be used going forward. Its legacy, if anything, its legacy will be yet another example of we don't like a lot of Unreal Engine stuff. A lot of people are like, "Oh, great, another Unreal Engine game that has like the same, the exact same looking lighting. It looks like all the other Unreal Engine games do, or like so many of them do. It runs really poorly. It doesn't look nearly as good to
But-
justify it."
But have you considered the sand physics?
Ooh.
Oh, wow.
Dude, have you seen
Yeah,
all
you
the
Considered
posts?
that the elite testicles shrink when they walk into a
That's
cold
right.
room?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, on Assault on the Control Room, I
So-
was noticing they were getting a bit,
It's
Two
cold
times I
there.
saw this. One time was like it was the water physics are absolutely incredible on Silent Cartographer, and there's another one that said like the sand physics are incredible underneath Chief's feet. Both of them got quote tweeted with like, so the physics aren't actually behaving appropriately here at all. And then on the sand one, it's like, so how come he drags his feet constantly instead of underneath only the footsteps? And it's just like, what I'm getting at is,
if you tap,
we celebrate the shit out of these like aspects, and it's like they're not even doing them right. Like it's it's kind of annoying.
The water.
also the
impetus.
game
Did
runs like
anybody,
crap. Who
Did anybody
cares about the
crouch under the
sand?
water at any point?
Yeah.
Well,
No, I
what's
can't
weird
say I
is
did.
where's
No.
the
Okay,
photo
so
mode?
the water. I don't know where the exact timestamp is. The water is a layer of water texture, and if you crouch underneath it, it disappears. So you just go
Found
underneath
a
it, and
place-
there is
Oh,
no
like
water.
in Mixtape.
because
They did that in
Hey.
Mixtape.
Oh my god,
we couldn't get past the invisible wall to go deep enough to even test that.
Oh, there's one specific part where you can. It's near here, right? Where it's
Dude,
on the
look at
screen
the
at
water
moment.
there.
There is a specific bit on top of the water. It looks like, well, not great. But if you go into it, there is a bit where it's deep enough. You just go underneath, and that is just a micro thin layer of texture underneath. There's just nothing. It's just the world again. And
I just
above
mean,
you,
that
you can
explains
see the
why,
inverse of the water texture. It looks like shit.
Can you see the tide
That's why
though,
they
like
don't
the
let
way
you
it's
go into the
clipping
coolant.
forward?
Yeah.
And it's like, nah, the water. No,
that looks
we
awful.
sacrifice mechanics and
PlayStation
fucking
5.
visuals and
PlayStation
frame rate and
5.
functionality, and it's like, and we get this in exchange. It's like, oh, thank you
What I
so
don't get
very
is, where's
much.
the photo mode? If we're gonna do all this, why not include a photo mode for the single
Yeah.
player? If it's
Mhm.
supposed to
That's
be, I'm
work.
taking fucking screenshots of this beautiful game so I can show off to other Halo fans that I wasted my money on this. Why the fuck isn't there a built-in
Oh.
photo mode?
I wanted to ask you guys because I have no idea. What are those things in the sky?
I don't know.
They
I
have
don't
added
know.
random
Too.
fucking
They're weird
Forerunner
Forerunner
flukes
things, yeah.
into the distance. This is
Maybe those are
343's
supposed to
patent
be the
design.
weather monitor
They've done- they-
systems
it-
like Cortana
It
refers
started
to,
with
or-
the Reach DLC. It's all over Halo 4. It's all over Halo 5. It's just like random shit that they shove into the background that looks like an Alienware PC that
Yeah.
it's just part of how they design Forerunner structures. It's dog shit.
Right.
But is it meant
Yeah,
to be
I don't know.
floating, or is that a visual bug?
Yes.
Yeah, it's meant to
Yes,
be
that
floating.
is
Sure, it's
how
meant to
they
be
design
floating,
it.
yeah.
Is
Right,
that a visual
okay.
bug? You have to ask that a lot in this game.
I
Yeah,
do
it's
with this
just like a
game,
weird
yeah.
thing.
Yeah, there's no guarantee. You don't know. Maybe they forgot to load the mountain it's supposed to be on top of. You don't know. And I don't blame you.
You know,
Yeah.
I know this
Oh, what's
conversation
intent-
is driving us in all kinds of different directions, but we're broadly on like functionality to a certain extent with the art and the processing and stuff. But I just want to, I gotta make sure everyone sees it because it's just so wonderful. But did you guys know you can push keys around the whole ship at the beginning?
Yes.
I've heard that you can. I didn't have the patience to actually go and do it
Oh,
though.
here.
I pushed him into the corridor and got him killed by grunts.
Yeah, they're like,
and
how could
then-
you do that to keys? You're like, I didn't do
Yeah.
nothing to keys.
Yeah, and then
I
the
tried to
Marines
get
showed,
him in the locker.
Marines showed up to kill me, but they were incapable of walking around a corner. So I was just like, "I'm right here, come get me." And they were like, "Well, it must have been the wind. You know,
So,
they can't do anything."
When I
Is
figured
this
out
the
I could
part where
push
we
him,
mentioned the background NPCs where the men die
Oh,
in one shot and the
we could
women
do that
don't?
next if you want, because I got a clip for that as well. But so when I figured out I could push keys and it would take ages, I kind of had a moment with my chat where I was like, "Sorry, guys, like, I want to
The
push him
stream
as
is about
far
to
as he'll
suck,
go."
but
I
We're gonna save
intended,
him.
I intended to take keys all the way to the end of Pillar of Autumn, but it wouldn't let me. It got to a certain point where he just cuts off and he'll spawn back to. But you can go pretty fucking far, to be fair. But I thought to myself, you kill him and it activates the lockdown where everyone tries to get you. If you let the Covenant kill him, it'll do the same thing as long as you're still in the area. It's like, but what if you're outside the area? What will it do then? And of course, I decided I wanted to test it because you drag him this far out, which, like I said, is like a third of the way through the ship. So what could it possibly do? Kill him, boom.
Oh my god! It teleports you back here.
Yeah, because that's the only way it can function. It's like they can't lock you in this room if you're not in it. So
Ooh.
and it doesn't even just turn on the all the Marines and the rest of the level
That
to
means
just
they had
attack
to
you
find
anyway.
out this was a thing. They have
Yes.
to program in a teleport function. And
There's
like
there's a really weird one where if you push him far enough, because I got him, I was going to take him all the way, but there's one. It's a really really long way, and you're almost at like the escape area. If you push him beyond one specific door, he just blips out of existence. So again, they had to have found that people were doing that, and then they had to program in something to account for it. But then why not just lock him in place at the beginning? Why allow me to push him so far only to decide very late on, now you can't?
Pretty stupid.
it seems like such an odd condition to throw in. Like they had to go out of their way to put it in. So it's like if you kill keys outside of the boundaries, it resets you within the boundaries. Like
instead of just saying he can't be pushed, they
Yeah.
said, "Well,
Yeah.
if you push him too far."
Instead of saying he can't be
Yeah.
pushed, what a revolutionary idea, Rags. Like, I guess they couldn't solve
An
that problem,
invisible
you know?
wall. Like it
Long
can't
lost
just detect you're
technology.
outside the bounds and then just be like, oh well, I guess we won't do it then. But then it like mandatorily pulls you back in
Well,
just to get killed by a bunch of NPCs.
you would think it would be better for them to make the screen go black and say you killed the captain or something
over.
Yeah.
instead of this. Like, what the
Or it
fuck
turns
is this?
blurry and you get quote. Yeah, this is it's like their ability to problem solve it really is kind of embarrassing here that this is their solution to the problem instead of just saying
Hey,
"You
fellas,
can't be moved."
how are we doing with that fidelity comparison now?
Listen, you
Probably
like
getting
the
great
original
frame rate.
blocky art style. This is
Finally,
this is
liminal
paying
spaces
off.
have returned to Halo. But
Which,
no,
you know,
what was being discussed there. So we could go over it because I actually played it live on Real BBC to show the guys this. But this footage will sort of give a better. I forget how long this lasts. There we go. The for those who don't know, you can start up
Yes.
kill people on the command center, the bridge, and like the what was spreading was that you can only kill the men. That is almost true. Like.
Yes.
Because I'll show it in this clip, but see, like the same approach seems to be that all the women are immune, which is insane as a coincidence. If whatever the fuck programming they made to make this happen,
Coincidence, yeah.
well, that's the thing, right? Is it's just like what in the world made this happen? But as you can see here, that's a lady, and boom. So apparently, it's
Asian women are not protected. Yeah, is what they're saying.
But yeah, this went
I had,
viral for obvious reasons.
I had a lot of success shooting them in the ass. Like that seemed to reliably kill them, which it possibly makes this even worse. Because it means, like, I was thinking maybe the reason why that happened is because they replaced all the men in the original game with women, which means that they're adding something to the game. So did they just not add the bit that makes them able to take damage? Well, it turns out no, because they will take damage if you shoot them in the ass. So.
I mean, obviously, this just
I think
pissed
there
off a lot
may
of
be
people.
someone found out it's messed up hitboxes on women. Is it messed up? Because this could just be the way that you intentionally like.
Well, it got me.
I
Like,
think it may be an unintended
to-
differentiation between the hitboxes on male and female character models, and it's an odd coincidence.
It is odd, but I mean, I wanted to do some science on the back because I also experimented with this. So I did experiment on women throughout the game to see, do women take damage from gravity? Do women take damage from grenades and all the rest of that?
That's what sagging breasts are.
Yeah, well, I mean, it is. It's a traumatic thing that they have to go through. But it turns out you can push them off high places and they'll survive. So, there is that.
Do you want me to pull that one up now, Rags?
Yeah, it kind of fits within it fits in the similar vein here. As he's pulling it up, I'll explain what happened on my legendary playthrough. We could do an entire section about how they borked the panicked Marine and why the design of this version doesn't work. I mean, we might as well just do it now while you're pulling that up. So in the original game, what they have is when it's the spooky section. This is 343 Guilty Spark. You haven't encountered the Flood yet. You know something's not quite right. Keys is missing. The Covenant are running from something. There's mysterious gunfire, but coming from nowhere. Obviously, the tone is shifted. They're prepping you for the really awesome reveal. And in the original, the moment you open a door in the facility, a Marine shoots you and takes off some of your shields. And obviously, this is to potentially prompt you to immediately return fire on this Marine who's like panicked. He has PTSD. He's out of his mind, and he's shooting you, and he's saying like, "Oh, I won't let him get me. I don't want to be one of them. Go away." Blah blah blah. And he's panicking, and you can choose to either like kill him or you can walk away and leave him there. Um, the whole point is that they want you to almost like instinctively shoot him back. In this version, though, not only are the animations markedly much worse, and the voice acting isn't quite as good, but in this one, he doesn't track you like he does in the
No.
original. When you can open the door and see him, but he doesn't instinctively shoot you. He only gets into his defensive posture when you get close. You have to stand in just the right spot, just fill just the right pixels to where he can actually damage you, but he doesn't look at you and track you with the pistol like he does in the original. And I was trying to see if I can hit him, and then there was a point here where I decide, you know what, I'm just gonna play around with him. I'm gonna shoot this guy a bit, and I was a little bit surprised at what his reaction would be. So
Any second now, it's gonna happen.
yes, it's when I pull out the pistol here. Yeah, there it is.
There you
go. Well, another. Oh no! Oh, he's a real warrior. Look at him go. And then he finally dies. And then one thing I noticed too, after the skull comes out of him, which is really tasteless.
Yeah.
It's his body, the ragdolls, and how it happens with the Master Chief too. When the ragdolls go down, the knees will like bend forwards when they're not supposed to, which is something I've never seen in any other game. And like the body clips into itself. As well.
So basically everything they could fail about this, they failed.
Yeah.
And when the first guy at the very beginning of the game, when the guy dies at the door explosion after letting you out of the cryopod, and that's like a scripted death where he flies away from the exploding door, every single time you see his body at the very beginning, he floomps in a way that's weird, and he clips into himself, and like his foot like bobs back and forth and swings because it's pivoting on the ankle joint. And it's like, well, this one's scripted. You could have just had it look really good because it's the same way every time.
You just reminded me. It's something that's probably worth showing. It's also on the Pillar of Autumn. Did you enjoy the one time when the game takes away control from you and letterboxes an elite in front of you, and it never, ever does that?
Oh, here it is. Again? This part was fucking baffling, dude. What the hell? I can't do anything.
It's right at the start of the game as well.
This never happens again.
Locks your controls.
Dude, look at his feet.
This never... I don't understand it. We're going to stop you, letterbox it, and have him go blah, and then they never ever do this again. Ever.
And it's not even like anything interesting happens. It's like it's the generic fighting animation. You would think it would be like pre-animated out to look cool.
You, though? Like stop you in your tracks to watch him just go blah, and then never ever do it again in the game.
Well, what's interesting too is in this would be like an opportunity if you're because it's a remake, right? If you wanted to show like this is the introduction of kind of elites up close, have it be. I mean, if they don't want you to have control, why isn't it a cutscene where you have the elite like really kill these Marines to show that elites are serious business up close? If they get up close to you, they're just bigger, they're stronger, they will fuck up Marines. Imagine what they'll kind of do to you.
They get scared,
but they don't do that. They don't. Yeah, and then it runs away.
We're scuttling away. Look at his legs. He's like a crab.
What are we doing? You didn't commit to anything. You decided to do like this weird choice without like being like creative or doing something intentional. And also in co-op, you're not frozen. You could just walk next to them and like be in the same room as them as well.
It feels like they're like throwing it in because it's something people say shouldn't be in these games, and it's just like, let's do it once and never again just to fuck with you.
Mm-hmm. As a player, as soon as you see the letterboxing, it's like you're safe.
Right.
So like in the original, they didn't have the letterboxing at all. I can't remember exactly what they did in the original. Maybe one of you guys can clarify. But I think you still had control, but I think they probably just put an invisible wall in front of you. Like you could still like maybe walk backwards, so you had a degree of control. But like temporarily, there'd be an invisible wall. I think where the enemy would just like roar at you, and then like once the enemy was distracted after like 3 or 4 seconds, you would get control and then you could run past them. But the way it was done originally, it's like it made you a little more fearful in that moment, where it's just like, oh, I have no weapon, and there's this enemy right in front of me. Oh shit! Like when you introduce a letterbox, it just reduces that fear immediately.
Fucking hate this cutscene too, by the way.
If you're in co-op, you could just all three of us just walked in there while they were doing their little scripted fight, and we were just standing around, and you weren't able to like do anything, which is like, oh, like we're starting to get into the weird area that didn't exist in the original of like, well, the Master Chief would be doing something here. You're fucking with his character by allowing us to do this and by not letting us have control.
Are we sort of, because I was about to actually just start ranting about this cutscene that happens, and I was like, wait, that's more story.
Which cutscene is it?
Where we're at
It's the Marvel cutscene with Chief and Keys at the end of Truth and Reconciliation.
Yes. There's much to be said for the cutscenes and how.
Well, I have a compilation that goes line by line comparing voice direction. So if you want to start with voice direction, I feel like that's the place, and then we can make fun of the cringe, or you can do it in the other order.
Oh, just one small thing I wanted to start with that I think is hilarious, and I only know about because fucking Nick Diorio was watching it. So, some of you may have heard of this. You have to turn volume on for this. Actually, there's a German trailer for this game. I don't know if you've heard of this, but you can get an AI translation automatically to English in this trailer, and then if you do, it produces sounds that are rather amusing. Oh wait, have you all got your volume on for this? Just for this?
Yes.
I've just slid it on. Yeah.
Okay, beautiful. Here we go.
Do not fire my children.
yeah, that's already funny. Wait.
Are you not impressed by our work here?
You're impressed by our work
here.
Are you not impressed by our work here?
They made him sound like a little science nerd.
What the fuck is this? It's so funny.
Does he say it like that in German? Like if somebody who speaks German and they listen to that, does he add on that little dweebish inflection at the end?
I want to be specifically, this is the YouTube video AI translation, right? It's not in the game whatsoever.
Okay, all right.
It's just really fucking funny.
Do not fire my children. Are you not impressed by our work here?
Yeah, it sure is.
Are you not impressed by our work here?
That cutscene though, holy shit!
That's remastered.
The elite flooping around doing a little bob and weave while they're just standing out in the open.
Well,
yeah,
it gave me Darth Maul vibes from Solo.
How are we doing this? What are we starting with? A comparison?
I guess we could do the general cringe and Truth and Reconciliation, and then break down the like voice direction comparison.
Yeah,
because we need to give people a taste of what the cutscenes are like.
Well, I thought you were pulling up that. I thought you wanted to take a look at that cutscene there, the one where the two hunters get smushed.
Oh well, I didn't know if you want to. What was there in Truth and Reconciliation beyond that?
Well,
because there's keys. There's
a few different ways that you can sort of take the conversation about the new changes that come that they've made to the like story and the cinematics. And I suppose that it's probably worth doing it in certain blocks, like talking about the changes to the dialogue or changes to the cinematography, and then changes to just the reading of the same lines. I figure that maybe it probably would be worthwhile to. So you're saying that you've got a video that's a compilation of just back to back, like the.
So it is like line by line a comparison of how they said it in the remake and then how they said it in the original, so that you can hear the difference in the voice direction.
Yeah,
I mean, I'd be chill with that. I'm fine with it.
Yeah, no, there's a.
Want to repost it?
I will repost it because it's pretty far up at this point.
Let me take a look here. Yeah, because the thing is that a comparison can be because the problem is if you don't remember what the original line delivery was, you might foolishly believe that they didn't fuck it up.
Yeah, so this is going to show you what the originals are like.
Do we want to? Can I just ask quickly before we hit go? Do you guys have like a "this is the worst cutscene in the game" moment from the main game, not the prequel?
Yeah, my vote would be the intro to like I don't even know what you call it. With the prophet cutscene would be my pick.
I'm excluding that. I'm just talking in the remake.
Oh, sorry.
The comparison.
Yes. There are a few. I shall direct your attention.
The end of the Maw where he kills the flood tank with the pistol.
Oh, that's pretty bad.
Yeah,
that's in the running.
We can run through those. Okay. Well, so first things, should we just let this play?
Yeah, should we just watch this?
The comparison? Sure.
Alrighty.
Is this on the EFAP stream or the watch together? Sorry.
Watch together.
It's on the watch together.
Okay.
And I put a time code at the top to show the difference in how long this cutscene is because
right.
There is a lot of extra time wasted.
Everyone noticed that. It's very strange.
So I actually have the number. There is 7 minutes of extra cutscene of just like extra pauses and shots of scenes and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Captain Keyes. Captain Keyes.
Good to see you, Master Chief.
Good to see you, Master Chief.
Oh, by the way, not to do this, but I'm going to because I'm going to keep pausing for every single little change that pisses me off.
He's doing it.
This to me, like right out of the gate, there's 2 changes that are made to the way that the introduction plays out that are so indicative of how little of a clue they have. Having the reveal of like Master Chief in the Mark V armor as like a reveal rather than just that's the armor that he's wearing is so like ass backwards. It's very prequel energy. I'm not talking Star Wars prequel specifically, but like prequel energy of retroactively giving significance to something that was just treated as normal. Because they hid this. They hide the reveal of the armor until this moment. But you see him in the armor in the original game when he just hops out of the cryopod. But instead, we need to have it be a big dramatic reveal. There he is, standing in his armor. It's incredibly stupid. And they do the same thing with the reveal of Halo. In the original game, Halo is the first thing that you see. You see it first thing. Whereas in this game, they hide it for a while because they want to do a dramatic, slow, kind of awe-inspiring reveal with the monks going, oh, like when it's pressed around the planet. Remember that while that's happening, you are currently escaping the ship that is crashing on Halo.
I want to comment too that the first time you see Halo, it does creepy music. It doesn't do the awe music when you first see Halo. It's creepy.
Mm-hmm.
Well, because everything about the game, it's in the vocal inflections as well. Everything when the first time he says Master Chief in the remake versus the original, everything about what they do here is designed to say, "Hey, remember this? Isn't this awesome? The Halo ring. Remember the Halo ring? How incredible that is!" It changes the entire tone. It becomes really one note. You're supposed to laugh and clap and applaud and cheer and be amazed.
I recognize it.
Yeah. Anyway,
I remember.
I mean, there's the aspect of like the opening shot in the original is Halo essentially, and in this one it is treated like the grand reveal instead of just like, hey, remember there's like that weird thing out there.
Even though they're in the cutscene, they're like, we're gonna land on that structure, and it's like, what structure?
Mm-hmm.
We haven't seen one yet. The one on the monitor. That's a really like disappointing way to find out that Halo exists. It's like it's on a fucking TV screen instead of you see it.
Don't worry, I will drag us all through these some of these cutscenes after we look at this comparison here.
Things aren't going well. Cortana did her best, but we never really had a chance.
Things aren't going well. Cortana did her best, but we never really had a chance.
A dozen Covenant superior battleships against a single Halcyon-class cruiser. With those odds, I'm content with 3. Make that 4 kills.
I hate her.
It's the weird upward inflections that Cortana does, where she sounds like the weapon from Halo Infinite. Whereas, like you'll see in the original, she has a very flat presentation, and it like it just makes her feel more human because it's like she's not putting on vocal fry or whatever the fuck that's
She's
called.
not being flippant in the same way about the situation they're in, which is still dire. Having her sort of deadpan it can allow you to read her mood and her motive into everything. But this game is just like, it's like she wants to be in Guardians of the Galaxy 3.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
Yes.
They've programmed her to be quirky, and I don't understand why.
I think it's a direction thing where they are directing her to overact these lines.
Well,
It does feel that way.
I've heard a bunch of mixed stuff on this. Whether apparently they did bring in the cast again 25 years later to re-record lines. And I think in some cases they might have used the old lines, and then in some cases I think they used takes that weren't used before that were on the cutting room floor, which is just like,
well, okay, so
like,
it's
why would you
specifically?
Sometimes shit gets deleted for. Sorry, just one more point here. Sometimes shit gets deleted for a reason. Restoring deleted content is not a virtue, like inherently, right? Sometimes shit gets deleted for a reason, and I feel like they probably brought back deleted takes just because it was deleted. It's just like, oh, people haven't heard this before. But I feel like it's a mixed bag of a bunch of things. Okay, sorry, that's all. I think
what you're referring to is the line where he mentions Halsey. That's either cut or it's from the flood or something. But that's a new recording because Captain Keyes has a new actor. So it's Steve Downs and Jen Taylor are back. The actor for 343 Guilty Spark is back, even though he sounds wildly different. And then they recast Captain Keyes and Sergeant Johnson. And then they kept the old dialogue for Fohammer.
Yeah, it's very bizarre.
Yeah,
it's like there's so many jokes you can make about that. It's like, wow, you didn't want the black woman back in the recording booth, you bigots.
Right. Yeah.
I think it's just one of those like it's remake. You need to redo them all. You are remaking.
If you're going to redo some of them, redo all of them. Yeah.
Well, I mean, if you take something like Metal Gear Solid Delta, where they just took all the voice work for Metal Gear Solid 3 and like the original stuff that was done and just reanimated over that. Like, I don't know why they couldn't have just done that here. Because if you're gonna do this, I mean, I'm not saying this should have existed, but if you're gonna do this, like, don't bring the cast 25 years later, and especially don't mix and match that with takes that have already been done 25 years ago, because like obviously the cast is aged, they're gonna sound different.
I think the reason for that is just like there's small little tweaks to the story they've done, and so they need the actors back in to like bring up the pistol plot line or change the control room cutscene or what have you, and that's why they need the new takes.
Right.
Your battleships against a single Halcyon class cruiser. With those odds, I'm content with 3. Make that 4 kills. Sleep well?
No thanks to your driving, yes.
So you did miss me.
Oh, that hurts.
That's a hard one.
That hurts. That's
oof.
No thanks to your driving, yes.
So you did miss me.
Again, just dragging
it's like women playing tennis
out. It's just taking so long.
It must be one of their boarding parties. I guess an antimatter charge.
Report.
It must have been one of their boarding parties. I'd guess an antimatter charge.
There's like everybody's rushing. Urgency, yeah. And you see in the background people are running around because the ship's under heavy attack and it's probably going down, and this is a really dire situation, so they don't have time to just very slowly walk across a corridor and start pressing buttons and delivering lines with languor. That's not how they should be speaking.
I think the alarm being taken out too is taken away from the composition of the soundscape of the new version of this scene, because there's no blaring alarm in the background.
There is just a general lack of urgency, like throughout all of the voice acting in this. Like with Marines, like you never believe that they're in any real danger. They're just like very slightly raising their voices.
Yep.
And it's just throughout the game.
We are a minute into this cutscene, and we are already have a like 15-second disparity between the lengths.
Yep.
Boy, does it add up. Boy, do you feel it.
Sure do.
Control for the main cannon is offline.
Captain, the cannon was my last offensive option.
Bam! Fire control for the main cannon is offline.
So like that's the original line.
Captain, the cannon was my last offensive option.
Urgency.
All right, wasting my fucking time.
I mean, I can give that one the reason he'd pause and really think about, like, do we need to do this? You know, he's thinking about it.
But it gets worse.
Nothing.
You don't think
nothing. So? I give nothing to this. Not a single thing.
Not even that.
No, Keyes. You don't think that makes
fast
on his feet? Yeah, he would react immediately.
I think, I think that there's something to be said for that. For the very rapid pace. Sorry, Anyway, we can
a few
talk
extra
about
seconds for something that important. I don't think it's that unreasonable.
There are a few more examples. Rags, I'm going to make.
It's about to get worse. This next gap is super long.
No. I just only don't put it to anything else. I'm just specifically talking about that one.
That's it. No,
I feel like that one.
I mean, you could say it's small, but at the same time, it's meaningful, right? It does tell you something. It's slightly different of character, how fast he can sort of
react to the urgency of it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm initiating Cole Protocol Article 2. We're abandoning the Autumn. That means you too, Cortana.
All right, then. I'm initiating Cole Protocol Article 2. We're abandoning the Autumn. That means you too, Cortana.
While you do what? Go down with the ship?
In a manner of speaking.
While you do what? Go down with the ship?
In a manner of speaking.
They got rid of his pipe.
They got rid of the pipe. The
pipe
ship
is cool.
captain and his pipe. No, that's too much.
They're
No, we can't have smoking. We don't want to have characters smoking in our video game.
The object we found. I'm going.
Yeah, and so as was pointed out before, that object we found that we haven't seen yet, we're gonna land on it.
This is your introduction to the setting of this game. Is this fucking little monitor?
Oh, that it's not actually it in space as it would be seen, but
we've got no sense for like the scale of it because the diagram in the background isn't scaled properly. So it's just like this could be like a wedding ring that the ship has detected somewhere.
Yeah, it's just, it feels like one of those. I feel like it's one of those oddly definitive moments of the remake. It's like in the opening shot, Halo was there, and then it's not there, and it's just a bunch of stars in the background. It's just like, where's Halo? Like
it's a void.
Like
it's
oddly
evocative
metaphor of the whole fucking issue. Yeah, exactly.
It's the perfect metaphor. You start with the void. You start with nothing because this remake is nothing.
Yeah.
With all due respect, sir, this war has enough dead heroes.
The object we found, I'm going to try and land the Autumn on it.
With all due respect, sir, this war has enough dead heroes.
I appreciate your concern, Cortana, but it's not up to me. The protocol is clear. Destruction or capture of a shipboard AI is absolutely unacceptable. And
I think this is where it's the inflection when the sentences end are often the same. And I don't think I have an issue with necessarily. It's hard to tell because it's like a hypothetical different game with the voice actor himself, but the way that like the inflection happens and how the direction is. But we get the same thing with Jen Taylor. It's just markedly worse than in the original, even though it's actually the exact same person. So it doesn't just affect her. It's kind of everywhere. It just sounds like it's not there at the deliveries.
It sounds like the voice director is pointlessly changing the direction of the scene in order to make it different.
Yeah, or there is no direction, and they're just kind of doing whatever, or I don't know what's going on.
Well, I had somebody in my chat point something out that I think is actually quite accurate. Is like back, like when these lines were initially recorded, the staff had no problem giving direction to the actors, or pressing them until they got the correct take. But then after 25 years, they've become like celebrities, those actors. And then you put them in a voice booth with the Halo Studio staff, and I think they're a little bit intimidated to give them direction or too much direction. And then, the actors will give takes that are like they feel is appropriate, but they need a director to rein them in. But then the Halo Studios staff won't do that. They'll just be like, oh, that was fine.
Or they don't want to spend the money to have them around for longer to get retakes on these lines.
That emergency. Like I'm just saying, like that could have been the case. Like I don't know that for sure, but I have a feeling that might have been partly what was happening.
Landing zones. Upload them to my neural lace. Then sort yourself for a hard transfer.
Aye, aye, sir.
I appreciate your concern, Cortana, but it's not up to me. The protocol is clear. Destruction or capture of a shipboard AI is absolutely unacceptable, and that means you're leaving ship. Lock in a selection of emergency landing zones, upload them to my neural lace, and then sort yourself for a hard transfer.
Aye, aye, sir.
Another little time wasting.
Why the long pause?
Which is where you
exactly.
I put in the like
immediately
2
start.
frames of pause
Yeah.
that happened in the original game to compare to the
Exactly.
seconds.
Get started.
But guys, it's more cinematic.
Yeah, it sure is.
Keep her safe from the enemy. If they capture her, they'll learn everything. Force deployment, weapons research, Earth.
So this is going to be a cinematography comment. I don't like the change up in like it doesn't close up when he says Earth to put emphasis on it. It shows Master Chief's not face. It's just a weird dichotomy.
Yeah.
Where
All
you
these
come
things are
in, Chief.
intentional changes.
Get Cortana off this ship. Keep her safe from the enemy. If they capture her, they'll learn
Look at that panning camera.
everything. Force deployment, weapons research, Earth.
I understand.
But that's
If
the
all
proper
goes
emphasis.
well, we'll rendezvous on the object's surface. And if it doesn't,
I think this drove me crazy seeing this. Like, oh,
Yeah.
shut up!
Fucking drove
what
me.
are you doing? Hey, yes, you know what? We can fix Combat Evolved by trying to have more of a direct connection to Halo 2.
We have to set her up.
This is Miranda's
Miranda through
pistol,
line.
and it is a Chekhov's gun. This is a Chekhov's gun.
They were brilliant for this.
Oh yeah, profound.
Seen the New York financier.
make sure my daughter gets this.
Make sure my daughter gets my handgun. I'm like, okay, I'll do that. Yeah.
They could have just done the pipe. But I guess they don't get to use it later.
Yeah. Like,
You
tell her
can
to
stuff
stick
a
this
pipe
somewhere else.
into
that one out
a tank form, kill a tank form with a pipe. You could do that.
Yeah. Cancer. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like what makes this even more dumb is like the skin on the gun in this cutscene is unlockable. Like you don't get this by default. So like you have to later unlock the skin for the gun that then falls in line with what the cutscenes have established. So I guess you're just meant to understand by default, like playing vanilla, like Keys gives you a different magnum than what you pull out when you first.
I thought that it would
like,
contextualize
play
it
the
as
game and start having
that
control
Chief-
over the gunplay.
Chief just
pick
packs
up
it away
just
to
a
never be
light
used until the end cutscene.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I thought.
Which, to be fair,
I don't like.
is retarded in the sense that, like, if I run out of ammo and I've got a fucking working gun, it's like, nope.
No,
Nope.
it's sentimental. Why would you use it? Wait, except for the part where he does use
except
it.
he
Yeah,
does,
except for that part.
In danger, so.
I don't like how gaudy it is. The design of the gun itself. I think if they have to keep it, it would have been better if it was almost exactly like a regular sidearm.
Just a service
It
pistol.
was
Okay,
just-
idiot.
yeah, it was-
How
it
are you
was
going to know
his, but-
that it's that gun at the end, though? Idiot.
True, we
Loser.
shouldn't have it.
They need to make it iconic, so you go, oh my god, it's the iconic gun.
I like that you only
The
see it like 3
iconic Captain
times.
Key's
It's-
sidearm.
It's on Master Chief's back in the Truth and Reconciliation cutscene, and then you don't see it again until the end of the game. Like it's not even
Because
on
they don't
his
want
person.
you. Because the problem is if in third person, if they constantly show it, then you'll be asking, how come I can never use it?
But not even in the cutscenes.
So- They're not in the cutscenes either, because then they'll be like, "Oh, how come I can't use it? It's right there.
Yeah.
How come
Well,
I can't whip that thing out?"
I didn't know it actually showed up in the Truth and Reconciliation cutscenes.
Yeah.
Does it show up in those?
Because you offer it to him. You offer it to Keys
Yeah, and he
when you
declines
find him.
it.
Oh, right. But does he have it rendered on his back before
Mhm.
he pulls it off to offer
And
it?
the little projector that he has for Cortana, that they just randomly show up on his back for that cutscene.
Okay. Yeah, that's.
Autumn will continue evasive maneuvers until you initiate a landing sequence. Not that you'll listen, but I'd suggest letting my subroutines handle the
Listen.
final approach.
The Autumn will continue evasive maneuvers until you initiate a landing sequence. Not that you'll listen, but I'd suggest letting my subroutines handle the final approach.
Excellent.
Why does she sound older in the original version?
Because
That's
she's
kind of
doing
Like more
she's just-
mature.
She sounds
Because-
more mature, yeah.
It's
Yeah,
like
she
it's
sounds
more
flatter
mature.
delivery.
It's the
yeah.
pitch. She's like doing
Yeah.
higher pitch at an older voice that makes her sound
Yeah.
younger than she really is.
Something about it. She just
Because
sounds
like she's
more
in her
mature and
50s
older
now.
Good work, Cortana. Thank you. Are you ready?
Yank me.
Excellent work, Cortana. Thank you. Are you ready?
Yank me.
Why did you take so long?
Yeah, just look at the disparity in the time codes between the original.
A minute plus.
Yeah, this adds up over the course of the game.
Yep.
Good luck, Master Chief.
Ah, yes, and they changed when he says this line too, because they suck.
Your architecture isn't that much different from the Autumn's.
Why would you play this music right now?
The Halo. You play the Halo
this is
music
Halo.
now because Cortana's in his suit.
Well, and where's
that's
the
when you
fade
play
to
the Halo
white?
music.
The fade to white sells that like you're experiencing this. It's like suddenly you're overwhelmed by this entity, and it's like,
no, well,
It's a very
Your
deliberate and
architecture-
timely use of the transition to like a fade to white. Yeah.
and then when
There
it fades
isn't
back
much
in, you're in
different.
gameplay.
From the Autumns.
Don't get any funny ideas. Don't get any funny ideas.
And it is just like time to stare.
Flop.
This is
Halo,
gonna go
staring
really hard on
again.
Twitter when you post these screenshots.
Good luck, Master Chief.
Why is it better that he doesn't say it to him? Why is it better
He just
that
says
he
it to
says
nobody.
when he's walked away?
Yep, he's aura farming.
Yeah, I guess so.
He's saying it to us, guys.
Yeah. No,
He's-
the comparison.
Yeah, he's looking
code
at you.
farming.
Jeff Epstein's
But you
looking
can
at
see-
you, so
Oh god, that's an extra minute and a half, or
That's
at
a
least
lot of
a minute.
time.
it's
added.
that's
And
why I
this
say
is consistent.
that's why I say this game makes you appreciate the original Halo CE, because I would never before this came out go, oh yeah, the original Halo CE cutscenes, they're punchy, they get to the point really fast. It's not something that I'm thinking about, but now that I've seen the same thing but fucked up, I'm like, oh yeah, I guess the original Halo
I
CE cutscenes
appreciate-
were like
yeah, I
punchy and to
appreciate
the
it.
point.
Now we just enter into just a total descent into hell. I'm gonna make us look at certain cutscenes and we're gonna talk about them. Though I will say, I think I got to jump to oh, here it is. We're not going in chronological order. We're jumping around a little bit.
Right. Sorry.
So this
Oh,
cutscene,
this one, yeah.
this cutscene is the demise of Keys. So let's just get started here. We're not going
Bro,
in chronological
spoilers.
order, all right? Yeah, okay. Yeah, it says spoilers in the title of the video, so no excuses. Anyway,
Sorry, chat.
To emphasize, there's like 15% more cutscene over the course of the entire game that is just like time wasting. Center screen for a vertical
hold on.
viewing.
Chief? Chief?
How do we free him?
Okay, now I'm sorry, Rags. I have to stop here because I've seen this portion of your stream. You said you liked this choice.
I
Explain
liked
yourself.
him that dialogue. I think that it's in character for him to see Keys and be thinking that there's a way to like get him out or save him or something, almost like instinctually.
Okay, but
Almost even like maybe with
why
a
hasn't
tiny
he
bit
had
of
that moral
desperation
conundrum
almost.
the entire game about killing like the other human flood people?
That's number one.
Okay, yeah, fair enough. I guess he would know based off of all the combat forms he's been fighting. Do you think it implies some kind of a personal connection with Keys that didn't exist before?
So this is what I would say. I think it's out of character. I think it is. Entirely out of character. I think if there's
Okay.
one thing that can be said for Master Chief as well as all of the Spartans is that they don't tend to indulge in essentially delusion. They accept the circumstances as they are pretty rapidly. Maybe you could say like to an extent that is very unusual for human beings. Like for him to look at Keys after he's just spent the last several hours killing a bunch of clearly fucked up by the flood forms, the idea that he would see Keys and he would be so overcome by the emotion of seeing Keys there that he would even remotely entertain the idea that Keys could be saved in any capacity, I think is just totally out of character.
But
Yeah,
that's
fair
his
enough, I understand.
stepdad. That's his stepdad because Keys is boning Halsey now. That's like canon.
Like it's just it's funny because someone pointed out that in Reach that's the case where it's remember when they're on the Pelican with Carter, like Six he only initiates slightly the conversation and Carter immediately shuts down like, I don't want to hear it, you got to get the package to the Autumn, and then he just accepts it, and Emil accepts it immediately as well. That's like one example I would point to of just like the circumstance as it is just accepted immediately.
It matches how Master Chief was written post Halo 4, where he was more sentimental and melodramatic, and that's, I think, why they made that change. They wanted it to be more consistent with their fucked up version of Master Chief, instead of how he originally was, which is stoic and to the point.
I'm confused because I think that this surely fits quite well with him taking out his little emotional suppression pellet from his spine, right?
Yes.
Yes, that is it.
Nice.
Yes, that is the prequel in canon with there's more in this cutscene that drives me crazy, so
It's not him. Not anymore. The captain, he's one of them.
So sterile.
And then he become alien.
He's all gooey.
We can't let the Flood get off this ring. You know what he'd expect.
So that to me is crazy. Like
What he'd want us to do.
Like it's almost as if she thinks he's gonna smack her, and then she needs to like reformat it in a way that doesn't unleash his rage.
Now that you point that out, that is what it sounds like. In the original, it's more like she was trying to convince herself that that was the right thing because she's the human side of this duo.
Yeah,
she's the one who thinks this is fucked up.
That's what stood out to me. Was I was like, why is she trying? It sounded like she was worried that Chief is going to decide we take Keys with us or something. Or we don't hurt him, and you're like, that would be insane. Why would you need to convince him that we've got to wipe Keys the fuck out?
It sounds like she's talking to John Halo, like she's trying to talk him back from some insane thing that John Halo is doing.
It's a very odd directorial choice, like as if he's like unhinged in this moment, and she's just like tiptoeing around eggshells, just being like, just listen to me, okay? We got to do this thing. Like I feel like Chief doesn't need this.
May I take
the reality is in
like
the
people
original,
understand the character.
He's already made the decision. Essentially, she's the one who needs to convince herself.
I get like, is there a good shot of Keys a second? Oh, that's good enough. Where was it? Come back to me. There you go. So I don't know how you guys feel about this. Maybe it's too nitpicky. Who knows?
No, I agree with whatever you're about because you're about to say
with whatever you're about to say.
I know.
Mahler was
I know what it is.
You agree with
You're
that?
saying that he looks sad rather than like deformed, like in
100%. Yes,
I think
but more
there's an
importantly-
argument to make here. I think
had-
on either side. Yeah.
So
I think I had mentioned he reminds me of Skarsgård and
Yeah.
Pirates of the Caribbean.
I way prefer, and I'm going to call it the art design of the original game. This shit is horrifying to me. That he's like folded and formed into it so much. There's almost little of him left.
He's just a face.
Like that's creepy as shit. The new one, I was like, we're doing that. It's more like generic, infected.
Yeah,
It reminded me of like he's been turned into a Resident Evil goo monster. I was half expecting to have to fight him.
He's John
Like
Blood
he
now.
could
To the
pop out of
point
it.
where when I saw this form, I think on Combat Evolved, I was like, what is that? And then I was like, it has feet. And then when I was like, God, like that's, but this, you're not making any mistakes. That's keys. You're like, yeah, okay, I got it.
Yep.
Don't like that change.
I feel like if it was Resident Evil, he'd be arguing with you about how it's the superior form of human evolution. He'd be like, dude, get on my level, dude. Like,
and then he'd ride away on a motorbike.
It's awesome.
He just spilled some honey on his head.
We can't let the Flood get off this ring. You know what he'd expect.
Like, she's scared of him.
What he'd want us to do.
She's scared of Master
Shut up, or I'm
She's
gonna mute you
trying
again.
not to set him off. Yeah.
I don't care for the change and how he kills him.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Well, this is the
either. I
biggest
think
problem, arguably.
Yeah.
Don't even know why. The game's gonna get an M rating anyways. Like,
It's done. I have the code. We should go.
Well, I know after this cutscene, I went like manually to look and make sure he like wasn't moving. I like shot him and
Where's the
stuff. It's like,
pistol?
is he dead?
Well,
Is he,
and here's
did
the
you make
best
sure
part
to
is
kill
that
him?
if you smack him, he drops his skull.
He drops the skull.
It's like the panicked Marine.
Yeah, like the Marine, which I don't know, it feels like it betrays the tone a little bit, but hey, whatever.
No, a little tasteless.
Where's the pistol? Where's the pistol?
I'm a little bit on the fence.
You would
with
think
this
Keys' pistol would show up in this
wait,
thing.
sorry, what were you about to say, John?
I'm on the fence with this because I feel like the close-up shot on Keys is a little undignified in one sense. Because like I kind of like how it cuts away from his face in the original, and then you just see him like dig his fist in to get the thing out. Like it's just too terrible to like look at. So you just like pull the thing out of his head that you need, and then you just leave.
Well, it's in your imagination, isn't it?
Scene, yeah, it's like the camera holds on his face. The reason I'm on the fence is that in the close shot, you see that he's kind of letting go in a way where it's you almost see the relief in his expression, where it's just like, oh, thank God, just kill me, dude, because I can't do this anymore. But I think I ultimately prefer that the camera angle cut away from his face to a wider angle.
The way,
especially implying that he's punching through the face and not like reaching behind it.
It definitively establishes that he kills him. I think that's what helps, is that he seems like he's still alive at the end of the remake cutscene.
Yeah, I had to check.
Yeah.
Where it's like, I like that Master Chief definitively kills him in the definitive way. He smashes his brain. Like, good.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. Which now this, because this cutscene here, we're looking at a bit of a different. Oh, what's that?
Oh, sorry, I got like, I was just thinking about because we're doing the prequel cutscenes after this set, are we?
Mm-hmm.
We can take a look at the prequel cutscenes afterward. Yeah,
yeah, that's all good.
So you know, the more, but you know what? Let's just
let's do this first, because I love the tonal contrast of like we watched the supposedly horrifying scene. Now here's some goofy shit.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
By the way, just to remind me, and are you supposed to? Because every time I played this section where I left in the Banshee, I jumped on it when it was in the air and hijacked it. But in the cutscene, it takes off from the ground.
That's
Is
just
that how you're
in the original? You can't hijack it, so yeah, you meant to.
Well,
but
in this they do land. If you wait, they land, because that's what I did.
Okay. They land in the original too. It's just that in the original you can't hijack, and this one you can. And so I think I did as well, which is really funny.
It was always like, oh yeah, every time I do it, it doesn't match the cutscene, but it's fine. I was just curious.
That was a smash cut.
How did you ruin this cutscene? How is it even possible?
It's the static fixed shots.
So yes, obviously that's the point. Is that in the original cutscene, you have a nice big sweeping 360 shot of the Pillar of Autumn with this music playing, and it really gives you a lot of time to sort of have that sink in. This is where you began, and look at it now, all alone, like just desolate, destroyed. This is kind of like
creepy
your last
desert.
hope.
This is like regular desert, not creepy desert.
And this one, they're like, yeah, no, we'll just have some cuts between static shots instead of the dynamism of the moving camera. I don't get it. How'd they do this, guys? How is this possible?
Yeah, I guess there was some decision made that the static alternating shots would just be better.
I don't know why.
I've heard the theory that they composed all of these shots with AI, not necessarily just like typed in a prompt and got this back, but that like they asked for like scene compositions and then rendered from there whatever they got back, and that's why it's so static with the way that it's directed.
God.
It's not as artistically interesting. It's kind of like in the opening cutscenes, you didn't get those like camera movements that kind of gave it a bit of character. And this is very standard shot.
And it always makes you want, because every time they copy something directly, you're like, well, I don't need a justification for that. Like, I understand why anyone would copy anything from a borderline masterpiece, if not masterpiece of a game
that you are remaking.
But then when you do change so dramatically, such obvious and simple things, all I could assume is like, so you thought this was better? Why? Tell me.
Yeah, why did you change?
Tell me why.
Maybe the engine couldn't handle the camera movement. No, this is a pre-rendered cutscene, so you don't even have the excuse that, like it's being rendered at runtime.
They have to model the entire ship on the outside of it if they want to do the spinning, panning kind of shot.
They already did, though.
So
they already did, though, for the start of the game.
Yep. Just terrible. Also, the music's been butchered because the cutscene doesn't last as long.
It'll hold.
It's falling apart! What was that?
It'll hold.
What's that line delivery?
The first take.
We're not gonna make it.
We're not gonna make it!
Yeah,
that just happened.
It sounds like his mom.
Focus,
see? Yeah, she is like, she's his mom sitting in the passenger seat, like telling him how to drive.
Now, I can tell that.
Did we see it explode in the original? I can't remember. Did we see the Banshee explode?
No, that shot's new.
No, yeah.
So, this, by the way, oh wait, what's going? It's alternate. This shot here, I know you think it's cool, but this makes the Halo ring look tiny.
Yep.
Yeah, and it already looks tiny when we see it. It looks chunky and short.
It's kind of a weird angle.
We have it really looks small.
I'm sure we
like
referenced that, but just
instead of a ring.
I think
the best part.
Almost all of us, when we arrived on Halo, like the Halo mission, all of us looked up. We're like, "Wait a minute!
Looks pretty
it's so tiny.
Why is it so fat?"
By the way, my favorite part of this shot is once the level loads in, the sun is way off in the top left. It's not behind the ring. So it's just nice.
Well,
lack of continuity there.
That's why I think it's AI. Like that the lack of continuity tracking.
But that's
like
a lot of the cutscenes that are pre-rendered. Virtually every pre-rendered cutscene, instantly there's a difference between you in gameplay lighting and then you in cutscene lighting. It matches the rest of the game, so they're very consistent with their inconsistent lighting.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to let them get off with their own human incompetence by blaming it on AI. I think that's too easy.
Always think, if this were 10 years ago, what would you have said was the problem?
Somebody who is annoyed with all of the AI accusations. Like someone's trying to say like the voices are all AI. I don't think that's true at all. I think it's just incompetent voice direction. I think, however, that the key shots, the storyboarding of this, there's probably AI being used in these compositions. And that's why there's a lack of continuity.
I think I feel the same way as Platoon, actually. It's just, no, I think they think these are great ideas.
This is we're talking about a Microsoft company. They mandate AI usage in that organization.
Yeah, but you also have to put yourself that you have to develop a theory of mind for somebody incompetent enough to make this game. And like, how do they track things themselves? Do they think, how does this shot here track in terms of continuity with the preceding and succeeding shots? Or do they think, oh, wouldn't it be cool if we had the ring in front of the sun? Oh, wouldn't it be cool if we did this? That is how these people think. They have basically half a brain.
Yeah, but retarded people use AI too.
I think it's valid. I do. I just good God, the people who made this, like it could be completely different people who made this moment to the next few seconds for all we know, or they'll half sleep or whatever. But it also could be AI. It's just, maybe that's the real horror. It's hard to tell.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm gonna drag us back to the Pillar of Autumn scene where they go to Halo, because this one blew my mind.
Brutal.
Blew my mind. So.
I like when Master Chief actually picked the guy up and physically threw him all the way in.
Yeah, just shows his strength.
That would be a very good time to leave. Good old Quirk Chungus Cortana.
And this is like the beginning of it, especially so in the Hunter cutscene when they're leaving the Truth and Reconciliation. But whenever you see Master Chief in combat in a cutscene, he's very stiff. He's standing in the open. He's never doing what the player would do, I think is one of the big disconnects. The issue with the Truth and Reconciliation cutscene. Well, are we going to cover that one? Because if we are, then we can
go back. We can circle back to that one. Yeah, there's a handful that I think are particularly egregious, and that is one of them. So we can.
Fair enough. Then I'll save it for when we get to it. Then
punch it.
Ah, sir.
And then just
all of a sudden, we just got it. Wow, what an interesting
shot!
Because it could have been like
Yeah.
that could have been neat to see like it leaving the tube and everything.
Yeah.
And you're going to show an exterior shot, and then the autumn gets
feels like a
smaller and
mistake.
smaller behind you.
Like they just
does feel like a
absolutely
mistake.
forgot to
Like it cut out a middle
make
portion
it or
or
include
something,
it.
or something happened.
The music is all wrong already, but you're about to see why that's the case.
It feels very
Look
sluggy.
at this! Look at how sterile it is!
Another guy.
We're gonna make it, aren't we, sir? I don't want to die out here.
One thing I noticed, someone mentioned it in chat because I gave this game too much credit. I assumed that these things were like that they're holding on to, the Marines. I assumed that they were like a roller coaster ride bar that came down and went across your chest.
Yeah.
But they're not connected to these seats. They're not strapped in. There are no seat belts.
Wait, what?
There's nothing going across their chests. They're just sitting down and holding on to those bars. They're not actually
Well,
strapped.
no wonder
into the
they all
seats.
fucking died.
Yeah, so that
Because someone in
means
chat said that, and I'm like, no, that's not true. They're obviously like those are like the roller coaster bars. But then afterwards, when it crashed and you looked around, you're like, oh, because remember, no one's in their seats in the crash version. In the original, there's a bunch of dead Marines that are actually still strapped into their seats.
Yeah.
But in this, they're not even in
Also-
their seats anymore because of
that's
course.
hilarious.
Even with the roller
So-
coaster logic, they're not tight enough, are they? Like the gap between hat and
Yeah,
the shoulder,
that's why I
you know?
feel like it's AI, because you ask an AI to compose the scene and it's like, all right, here's the roller coaster crash bar, but it doesn't actually function like that because it doesn't have a sense of continuity.
Wait, quick, how many fingers does that guy have?
They've conquered the finger problem at this point.
Again, AI for composition, not for the actual like ring.
Dude,
reward.
Sure.
The fucking finger thing to me feels like the AI itself was like, we'll make a bunch of finger mistakes. So the moment that they all
Yeah.
focus on that, they'll never know when
It
we're
felt
actually.
like malicious compliance.
Yeah.
It is funny though that the whole seatbelt thing. If that, because I didn't notice that, but now that you mentioned it, like because I remember the door gets opened during this sequence and a load of guys fly out because they're not wearing seatbelts.
Well, yeah,
so it means
yeah.
that they put in extra effort to include this big epic crash scene that you just don't get in the original game.
That's
And by doing it, they've essentially depicted the UNSC as being retarded.
Yeah,
Because they don't know
very,
what
very
seatbelts are.
stupid.
As you will see in a second.
yeah, that's
here.
actually that's an anti-AI argument because that implies that like the seats are poorly designed so that they can have that stupid shot of the Marine flying out.
Oh, God. Yeah, we're getting there.
Look,
Oh, here it comes. The
Here
Halo from
comes.
Halo. Accompanied by the theme from
Oh
Halo.
my gosh!
You
I
have
splooged
got
when I saw it.
I feel actual cringe.
you have gotten it so
Small.
utterly and
Chunky.
spectacularly wrong. It's incredible to me. This
You
is
can hear the
this is the
proportions.
same as with the Mark V reveal, like having it be a grand reveal because of retroactive significance. But in this case, you've got a complete clash of tones. The whole point of this cutscene in the original is it's chaos. The Pillar
It's
of Autumn is
bad.
going down.
Yeah.
We're we don't want to crash land on this planet, but we got no choice. Amidst the chaos, we go down, and the music is ramping up. But in this case, they had it at the beginning, but then they have to bring it to a dead stop so that we can have the awe-inspiring with the monks for the Halo theme as Halo is revealed behind the planet. You've just gotten it totally backwards because you're incredibly stupid.
Jesus.
Well, so this would be an
It's
example
so
maybe
wrong.
of you can easily believe this isn't AI because you know why the human did this.
I know why they
Yes.
chose to do this. Yeah.
I like the phrase
was-
retroactive significance.
This was
Yeah.
a human's mistake right here. This is.
Well, it was definitely a human decision to not start the game with Halo because it's like, oh, I got a creative idea for.
If they see it now, we can't have
Kicking
a
us off.
reveal later.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well,
This will be a hype moment in the Twitch streams.
I think they genuinely thought the reveal of the Halo ring on the monitors in game was like a captivating first depiction of the ring.
I think
as
it was all
opposed
for
to
this.
like actually seeing
Wait.
it in game, which
How
is
are
what
we
the original
11
game
minutes
did,
into
right?
the
That was
cutscenes?
literally the first shot.
This
Sorry.
is 11. This is 12 minutes into the game, like into the cutscenes.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, you don't see Halo for like the first 30
Jeez.
minutes of the
Yeah,
game.
Well, in
No
the
wonder
original
when we
game,
were-
you see it literally the first shot.
It's the first thing you see.
It's like I don't think it has any apprehension into like when it reveals it again. It's like it comes up whenever they feel it needs to.
Surely.
Whereas in this, like they've withheld the reveal of it. Like you don't see it in the first shot. You just see stars in the first shot. And then the first indication of Halo is in the monitors. And then this shot here that we're watching is the actual first reveal to the audience of the Halo ring. And it doesn't work as well.
And also,
that's why I buy the argument that it's completely built for returning fans who are meta involved into like how cool the fucking Halo ring is, because it's in the main menu.
Yeah,
but like
I
you
was
know,
gonna bring that up. Like it's the logic that since you see it on the main menu, they don't need to open the game with it, even though that's how it was originally.
I mean, even with
starting...
that, the significance is given here is so obviously meant for one specific purpose.
Yeah, you remember Halo and you like it, so like us and give us money.
Yeah.
You might not like know it at the time, but especially after completing a playthrough of Halo, when you learn about the story and the sort of the history of humanity's ancient past and everything, the idea of starting the game off with a shot of Halo almost like subtly implies that it's like waiting for us to come back, or that it's waiting to be found again, or that it's just there and then we show up. It doesn't start off with us. It starts off with Halo and then we arrive again, which is a read you can put into the cinematic choices. But this is more important to have the big reveal with the Halo music, because that's what's special about Halo. You know, it's that, like you said, that phrase, retroactive significance.
Hey, the good tunes wherever you put them. That's how it works. A big old ring.
It's also awkward.
Yeah.
Yeah, it takes so long.
This is meant to be a frantic landing. This is a crash landing.
Don't worry, we're nearly there. Go
Why
back
does
to
the...
that.
I'm sorry, does the air, like, push...
Listen, there's air in space. If you stop accelerating, you slow down.
Going in manual.
What's the point of... Why is it so long? Why are these shots so long?
It's crazy
What are you
because
doing?
there's been this
screenshots.
This new sort of I wonder how much might be in this game, but you guys are aware of it, right? Like a lot of modern games, they will have moments in the middle of cutscenes that play slightly longer if they're loading shit. Have you seen that?
I don't even know. They're just playing a video file.
No, I'm not talking. I haven't even gotten to Halo yet. So I'm referencing like Star Wars Outlaws has that one that everyone picked up on, where she's pressing buttons on the console.
Screens of Helldivers 2 are kind of designed to be like that.
Yeah, it's a new, because they're always trying to find new ways of hiding loading screens.
But it's happening in mid-mission.
I haven't even gotten to Halo yet. Like you keep, I'm not even saying it's in Halo. I'm saying it. The discipline of trying to do that sort of shit could probably lead to a mindset where people are creating cutscenes now that are just fucking longer paced. Not necessarily because they're hiding loading screens, but because this is like the discipline to create loadings, or rather to create cutscenes in general.
I think it's self-indulgent, and it's for people to take screenshots and post them on Halo Reddit.
It's a little weird though, like that gap that we just saw.
Is going in manual.
The one, this one I could sort of understand why they put it in, but this one, it's like...
That screenshot's because Master Chief's in it. It's for people
to... It takes so fucking long.
Like, yeah, I could imply that they were indeed looking forward out of the cockpit as they moved forward. Like, yeah... But that stuff really does add up. Like I said, the idea that we're 12.5 minutes into cutscenes already, and we haven't even gotten to Halo yet, is wild.
When it's bothered you so much that you're going to leave.
Yeah, I do have to leave, unfortunately. I've got some family stuff that I need to, go and be doing, and so as much as I'd like to stay and make fun of this terrible game for longer, because Lord knows, after all my time with it, I have things to say, and this is the kind of game where things constantly pop up. Hey, remember this bad thing, remember this bad thing, remember this bad thing. But I will have to depart, unfortunately, so I'll have to catch this later on when I I got a moment to rewatch the stream.
Is there anything you want to mention about the game, just in case that you haven't been able to yet?
I don't think anything like super huge pops up right off the top of my head. The thing I think that before I go, so because I had alluded to it, the thing that I was going to mention about the cutscene at like Truth and Reconciliation, like we got when they were entering into the escape pod, is that the Master Chief doesn't behave at all like the player would behave if they had control of him while he's in a cutscene. When the two hunters are coming at him from opposite angles, he's just sort of like standing there still, shooting them in the front with an assault rifle, kind of anemically.
Yeah.
And he just like he seems to just be still and resign himself to
Yeah,
dying,
he's just like,
I
I'll die.
suppose, until he's saved, which was really like weird. Like why are you taking away control from me when this could be something you could have put in, like at the very end there's a hunter fight or something, and instead you just have him do things that no player would ever have him do. It just kind of makes him seem like an idiot, which I think is kind of weird as a decision. But they made up for it with a slow-mo, thank God.
I've seen it described as a Bollywood scene, which I think is pretty accurate, actually.
Yeah, it does kind of have that. Like it's trying really, really way too hard to be cool, and it comes just as like goofy and weird. But yeah, but I do have to go. I wish I could stay and make fun of this game, but alas, I cannot. But I'm sure we'll be making fun of it more as time goes on.
Perhaps we will see you next week or more.
I think you probably will. I think you
boy.
probably will see me next week. Oh, I can't wait to see what happens next week. Oh boy. Oh. All right. Thanks. I will see everyone later. Enjoy talking about Halo.
Boy.
Oh, I thought you said what? Yeah. Bye-bye.
All right. Let's continue. March on with these cutscenes. Wow. Very dynamic stuff.
Heads up, everyone. This is it. We're entering the ring's atmosphere in 5.
Here comes my favorite part.
Why are they so boring? Look at that. There's no energy at all.
You sure you wouldn't rather take a seat?
We'll be fine.
No, they don't have seatbelt.
Take a seat? Why?
This part.
Yeah.
We're coming in too fast. Damn! Air brake failure. They blew too early.
Why'd you do that?
Yeah.
I'm losing her. Brace for impact.
So, not only is that really funny, but I think that's quite bad. You shouldn't show that.
Yeah.
Like Chief is seeing that people are flying out and he's not trying to save them.
This is, I think there's a slight bit of complications because I remember people in my stream were like, what was he supposed to do? And it's like, I think this is more about why show this to me? Why show me people
You don't want to even be
helplessly
thinking about
flying
this.
out and then having Chief watch it pretty just statically, like, well, there they go. I don't really want to see him doing that.
In the actual crash landing in the original game, there are guys outside of the lifeboat. But the thing is that because you don't see what happens, you don't know what happened to Chief. You know that he got something happen because he like wakes up.
Well, and the solution,
so,
it seems to me, is you show him making some kind of movement, body language-wise, that shows he thought to instinctively help them, but can't.
But can't, yeah, exactly.
Instead of
Rather than just watching as they fly out. Oh, well, see you, fellas.
Well, I mean, I don't know about how I feel about him being in his current position and then like reaching out and being like, oh I could have done something, but I couldn't do it. Like, or like as opposed to him being where, like at the door that's opening, and then he can just catch the Marines as they're like flying.
I just want to cut.
Like maybe he could have positioned himself at the back.
That's the ultimate point. Is if you show me this, it's really fucking awkward. Just cut it. Don't show me it. And if you're gonna show me it, you have to understand this looks really not great. That they're just flying out and it's just like, oh well, bye.
How many people laughed at this when this happened?
I laughed.
Because we laughed at it.
That's hilarious.
It takes away from it, fundamentally undermines the moment, not just of this cutscene, but of the opening of the level as well, because you're still recovering from how like funny and stupid this was, that it robs you of that moment of stepping out of the pod. Because I was still laughing at that point.
Right, yeah.
Yeah. Wow, that was worth it.
Welcome to Halo.
They added something that strictly made the story worse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Many such cases.
They put in
He's
effort
more
to make
cut
it
up
bad.
about evil goober keys creature than he is about, Marines who are actually fully human who he could have maybe done something to help. And then I don't know at what point in that scene, when does he get knocked out and how? Because it seems that you've been shown all of the most violent and dramatic part of the landing. So he gets knocked out when you actually hit the ground slower than when you hit the cliff earlier. It doesn't really make a huge amount of sense.
Yeah, it doesn't need to be explained, and I feel like they did it just because they wanted to answer the question of how did the Marines die if the other landings don't kill all the Marines.
Well, we saw it. The brakes failed.
Yeah,
That's why
so it's
they
like,
came in too hard.
so it's like the additional context of the Marines flying out just becomes a punchline instead of a dramatic undertone.
Mm-hmm.
It's I mean, it's a Call of Duty scene. It happens in Modern Warfare.
Oh, well, it's with the nuke.
The dropship is
And then this is we've seen it, but
Everybody mount up. Let's get on board.
Give me a minute to interface with the ship's controls.
No need. I'll take this bird out myself.
Captain!
I don't know. He just keeps making me think of Reagan when I see him.
Yeah.
Hunters!
I got that in my chat too.
This one is so fucking stupid. Why?
Yeah.
Where did he come from? Why wasn't he already aboard?
It's such a huge
Why aren't they
betrayal of the
together?
mechanics. It's like, the hunters got you fucked if you don't do anything about this, Chief. And Chief's like, no, I'll stay here. I'll stay here.
I'll stay here and shoot at
Why
their
are they coming
shields.
from different doors? Why aren't they together? Hunters travel in pairs.
Yeah.
There's never been a sequence where two hunters came from different entrances.
A crazy miss from the hunter.
Well, that's, to be
Did
fair,
you
that
see
is
that?
accurate to everything
Look-
else in the game.
Look at where it's shot. Look at that line.
But that's the most accurate part of this cutscene.
Yep.
Chief, bro, what is the plan? What is the plan, my dude?
Plan is to die.
Time for a little payback.
Armor lock.
You see, he knew that was going to happen.
Yes.
He did.
Boo! Boo!
He has a
So
motion
much worse
tracker,
than the
so
original, again.
Slow motion. So lame.
The slow motion is like the unnecessary detail.
Ugh.
It insists upon itself.
Oh,
it's,
yes.
It's like, hey, look at how cool this is.
Now we're gonna, because we are jumping around a bit. So the
Oh god.
Yeah.
Oh god. Yeah, this one.
This
Here
one.
we go.
No.
Every line
That
in this is worse. Do we have a comparison for this one? Because every single line is worse.
I did not set one up for this cutscene. It's also the direction of it. This long, drawn-out
Cortana.
sequence of setting it up.
And it's also filmed in such a way as to communicate to the player that, uh-oh, this guy's being a bit shifty. Or maybe that was the cutscene beforehand where he's looking around to make sure no one's watching Guilty Spark.
All right. Well, that's later. This is before that.
This
is the
first,
before that, right?
First
Yeah.
fist bump.
Why are you playing the music? What are you doing?
Because there's a
it's
Halo.
awe-inspiring. He is awed by pissed giantess
Never been
Cortana.
better. You can't imagine
50-foot
the wealth
woman.
of information.
Pissed giantess Jorva
Knowledge.
Cortana.
So much, so
Ah.
fast.
It's an iMac wallpaper.
It's clones.
I mean,
Every frame a wallpaper.
So what sort of weapon is it?
What are you talking about?
Let's stay focused. Halo. How do we use it against the Covenant?
This ring isn't a cudgel, you barbarian. It's something else. Something much
She's
more
no-selling
important.
these lines, so it just sounds confrontational compared to how it originally was.
The Covenant were right. This ring, it's Forerunner. Give me a second.
Why
to
shouldn't I
access.
keep it?
after all, it's my Halo ring.
Well, what's funny is I believe there was a developer's commentary with Jason Jones, Joe Staten, and Marty O'Donnell where they talked about how at some point Cortana was gonna go mad with power when she got connected to Halo, and I think the question was like, why did it get cut? And then I think Jason Jones said because it would have been too awesome, which is very amusing to me. Because of course it's like, yeah, that was probably not a good idea. And then 343 went and did it. They actually made her go mad with power.
And then they
nailed
off-screened her. That's the funniest part of Infinite is they off-screen Cortana.
Yep.
The Forerunners built this place, what they called a fortress world, in order to... Wait.
Oh, here we go.
No, that can't be. Oh, those Covenant fools.
That is not the... Oh! Those Covenant fools. Like, oh. It's like, no, it's actually a lot worse than that right now. I think there's a certain tone that you should be conveying here.
They must have known
Mom's
that there must
giving
have
me
been
a curfew.
signs.
Slow down. You're losing me.
The Covenant found something buried in this ring. Something horrible. And now they're afraid.
Something buried? Where?
The captain. We've got to stop the captain.
Keys? What are we...
The weapons cache he's looking for. It's not really... We can't let him get inside.
I don't understand.
There's no time. Get out of here. Find keys. Stop him. Before it's too late.
Yeah, wow. You're really selling it with your... you're really selling it. Before it's too late, with your arms just sort of dangling there by your sides, a little bit like,
Yeah,
if you got time, go and sort that out. Compared to in the original, where she's frantically yelling at you, waving her arms around, you gotta go now. Go find keys. Stop him.
It's so funny that rudimentary animation from the original game is far more expressive than like what is presumably motion capture.
Yep.
Yeah.
But instead, it's just like, if you got time, go and find keys. But, it's not a huge rush
Don't worry
or
about
anything.
Listen, the person watching this is a Halo fan who already knows the stakes of this cutscene, so why do they need the emotionality?
Yeah.
Nobody who's not already a Halo fan is playing this.
Yeah.
Well, nobody is playing this.
No, not right now, anyway. Which, and then it was mentioned before, but it's worth seeing it here once it plays. The opening for 343 Guilty Spark, they ruined it.
Yeah.
Where are the grunts? Where are the grunts running away?
Cowards! But not in the way you think.
How?
What I want to know is who's the co-pilot in this scene?
I don't know, yeah.
I think this is the only time he shows up.
But like, I can't believe they got that one so wrong. It's so effective that the first thing you see on this level is the grunts running away from something that off screen.
I guess it would be
You just have no idea what
Farhammer.
it is.
Even if Chief doesn't register it, like it's important that the audience registers that. Like the Covenant's running away from something in here. Okay. And now Chief's going into here and he's probably going to run into something that he doesn't like and the Covenant doesn't like either. That's why they're running away. Like they fuck it up.
Yeah, you can interpret it that way, or you can interpret it like, oh, look, that's who we're looking for. Like it's nice because there's multiple ways that you can feel it, but something's off clearly.
Yeah.
Do you guys think there's a hammer per fee fi fo fum hammer? Do you think that's how it
Maybe.
works? They're all siblings.
That was over 12 hours ago. When you locate Captain Keys, radio in, and I'll come pick you up.
At which then, this cutscene. Quite an important one.
I actually don't mind this cutscene. Maybe it's a hot take. I don't know if you guys agree, but this is one of the highlights for me. I thought they did, considering how shit everything else is, I thought they did a shockingly good job on this.
Yes, that's a good way to put it.
I have one major gripe from memory.
I think I know what you're going to say. I think it's notable as well, the contrast between the lighting in this cutscene versus the level itself. Because this is like dark and ambient and spooky with like source lighting that makes sense. Whereas the original is, again, as we've been into, the spotlight, not the original, the level.
The cutscene lighting doesn't match the original, nor does it match when you're in game.
Yeah, that's fair.
That is my major gripe, by the way. especially when.
Okay.
Well, I think it's significant for the whole cutscene that the lighting's not right, and I have issue with Keys when he turns up in the recording. You can barely fucking see him because the lighting's so shit.
Lighting is.
I thought you were gonna mention that the elite corpses disappear.
Well, doesn't everything disappear basically? Like loads of shit isn't where it's supposed to be. Yeah.
By the way, no head shake. They make a different choice, a worse choice. No head shake. Very rude.
I'm shaking my head right now. What do you mean?
But which, by the way, already like I way prefer the green hue and the less clear visual that is present in the original. This one is like they put the little lines there, but this is like high def, crystal
if
clear.
Are playing it, how are they going to recognize it? They don't play with the old technology to know what a CRT filter means.
Yeah, they'll think their computer's broken.
But I way prefer the green hue instead of the actual just proper lighting. And if you'd be like, yeah, but it's the future, the camera should be better. It's like, well, then why'd they even put any little stuff on there at all? Why'd they put
any... body cam, so I mean, it has an excuse to be shit. Isn't it an Aliens reference?
I would have thought so. Because a lot of this is, right?
Yeah.
There's a bunch of aliens in this.
Specifically, the body cams. Isn't that like
yeah, they're in Aliens, yeah.
Like with the colonial marines?
Yeah.
Why do we always have to listen to this old stuff, Sarge?
Watch your mouth, son. This stuff is your history. It should remind
I'm glad they cut the music. I was worried they were going to get rid of it.
Hey.
Don't you think if they had Taylor Swift or something, it would have been better?
No. it needs... Sorry, I'm autistic about this. It needs to be rock so that you can connect the motifs of the soundtrack where you understand, like, this is the human music, this is the Forerunner music. There's some human elements to the Forerunner music. It's almost like there's a connection between the Forerunners and humans.
Yeah.
If the Covenant want to wipe out this particular part of my history, that's fine by me. Yeah, better it than us.
You ask real nice next time you see them, Vicente. I'm sure they'll be happy to oblige.
Now Z looks clear. I'm bringing us down.
Oh yeah, someone in chat pointed out the audio is super scratchy, but the video is like higher definition. That's a weird mismatch too. Because it's the reverse. Audio is easier to compress as data than video.
Right.
Yep.
I'm sorry for pausing here. Like I like that the way the fast forwarding was handled here. Because you could have done some cheap ass like scrubbing effect where it like skips across a bunch of frames. I like how it holds on the last frame that we've seen, and then it just skips ahead to the active scene. Like we don't see anything in betwing.
Like the beats were given anticipation.
There's a simple and elegant way that they affected or that they applied it, and I think it works.
Move it up. Okay, let's move. Wait here for the captain and his squad. Then get your ass inside.
Sir!
Right, let's get this door open.
I'll try, sir. But it looks like these Covenant worked pretty hard to lock it down.
Just do it, Moraine.
Yes, sir.
A reassuring pat on the shoulder.
You better have a look at this, Sarge.
What you got?
Covenant. Lots of them. Except they're all dead.
Yeah, the voice acting gets pretty questionable in this next bit, I remember.
I mean, look at it. Something scrambled the insides.
What's that?
Plasma score. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe there was an accident.
Just struck by how fucking dark it is.
What do we have, Sergeant?
Yep.
Look at that shit.
Much darker than in the game itself.
Keys is like a jump scare at this point. It's like, wait, what?
Yeah.
Well, so there's one aspect where these scenes happen in different places. The finding the dead elite, that actually happens in like one of the prior rooms. It doesn't happen in this room. The other thing is, why isn't there a soldier who's holding his flashlight on the elite so they can see it? Because how the fuck does anybody see anything in here?
And they're all kind of moving as though the room is lit and behaving as though it's lit.
It was probably animated to be lit, and then they decided, like, actually, it'd be scarier if it was dark. It would cover up all our mistakes.
Looks like a Covenant patrol. Badass elite units. All KIA.
Real pretty. Friend of yours?
Nah, we just met.
Who was he calling pretty? He didn't look at it.
Feeling about this. Boy, you always got a bad feeling about something.
Nobody touched nothing.
What the?
Captain, Sarge, can you hear me?
What's going on, soldier?
You got contact. Blast them. But they're not coming. They're just staring through us. What? Oh, no!
Corporal, do you copy? Over. Mendoza, get your ass back up to second squad's position and find out what the hell is going on. But I don't have time for your lip, soldier. I gave you an order.
But Sarge, listen.
What is that?
Where's that coming from, Mendoza?
Everywhere. I don't...
Above you!
There! Get out!
Let him have it!
Get out! Get it out!
Hold still! Hold still! God damn it, chickens! Fire your weapon! Sergeant, we're surrounded.
Yeah, not really buying that they're in a firefight here.
Nope.
There's too many, Sarge!
Sarge, there's too many.
It doesn't...
I'm overwhelmed. Because you can't see them. I wonder if the infection forms just look shitty and they needed to make it black for that.
Chickens! Behind you!
Chickens.
Yeah, the subtitles cannot parse it.
Or maybe Johnson thought these were chickens.
And there's, there's no answer as to how Johnson got out of that situation. So it's like, it's weird that they don't answer that question if they're going to make him, if that's the real Sergeant Johnson.
I don't like it. I don't like it. We get rid of the head shake and do that instead. I don't like it. Feels like he's got a bit of a problem with his temper here, you know?
Well, Master Chief, he is a more emotional character now.
He's squeezing the card too hard. Like,
yeah,
I think it's supposed to indicate like, oh, right? my comrades. Like, I've got to squeeze this thing to indicate
no head shake,
cared about them, but
not lamenting it. But it's more like I'm angry about it. Which
I'm gonna
is
get
like,
revenge. I'm gonna kill these motherfuckers.
I'm gonna get revenge on these things that I don't even know what they are at this point. Like, I don't even know what they are. They're not the Covenant. So yeah, I don't like it. And then suddenly it becomes much brighter in the actual...
Unfortunately, that's not going to be here, but yes, there is a massive contrast. It's so dumb.
Now, there's...
I mean, the way he grabs, he swiftly grabs his shotgun, I liked. But then, like, you throw in also the fact that he squeezed the data card. It's just like, okay, I feel like you might destroy it. And also, like... Well, I don't know if it matters that you need to preserve
that's
it,
the point, is that he is destroying it because he's so
mad.
Yeah,
there's like a crunching sound.
Which is what I don't like, compared to just the shake of the head.
Do you think that was indicated through sound design, that he was trying to destroy it?
Yeah, we should re-listen to it.
I think that is the point of it. Hold on.
Okay. Well, I don't like that if that's the case.
Yeah. He destroyed it.
I get what you're saying. Like, that sound is too much for just a closing of the fist. It sounds like something's breaking.
He broke it out because he was mad.
Yeah.
Whereas, in the original, he just he throws it away. So, yeah. Which,
I don't understand
mad.
the utility of destroying the evidence of like.
He's
the fact
mad.
that they're
He's
dealing
mad.
with
That's it.
John
That's
Halo.
it. He's mad.
Maybe
That's
it's
all it is.
inconsequential ultimately. Like, okay, maybe it's just like his anger is just so severe that 343 Halo Studios felt like they needed that to come through to the degree where it's like he has to crush the medium in which the footage is stored because he's so mad. I feel like that's really stupid, but maybe they are stupid enough to entertain that idea. I mean,
That's what it is. He's mad. Yeah, he's
Okay.
mad. Rather than sad, he's mad. Which then this, by the way,
If
this
the
part
Flood escapes
here.
this Halo, it will of course consume all viable hosts in this galaxy. Why, naturally.
Why? Let's teleport outside of the library, my man, so that I can show you where it is that we're going.
Yeah, we can't have this conversation on top of the pylon at the end of 343 Guilty Spark or at the start of the library. We need to have it
We have to do it
outside.
outside in the cold.
Right.
I'm not
Do you think
meeting
someone
you
had-
in a second location.
Someone had developed this environment and they wanted to use it in a cinematic because
Oh,
it
well, this
doesn't
is-
show up again.
No.
This is what it looks like in Halo 2. This looks similar to what the library looks like in Halo 2.
But
when they
isn't there
find
some
the
kind
NX.
of flood-related environmental reason why it's all snowy and everything in Halo 2?
Well, the thing is, in the original, that's the thing. In the original, you don't see the outside, so like I don't necessarily know what the outside of the library looks like in the original. In 2, it's snowy, but that's 2. That's a different Halo.
Well,
You know what I mean?
control
Like I
room
don't.
in Halo 2 is completely different. It's a completely different biome.
That's right. The control room. Well, it's just because, yeah, like you're not necessarily going to the same kind. They're different. They're different structures. They're not identical.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, because
that's
Fringy,
like
when
another
when you're saying a different Halo, you mean actually a different Halo ring, right? Not a different
Yes,
Halo
I'm
game.
talking about. I'm
Yeah.
talking about in Halo 2 when they're on Delta Halo. This is
Yeah.
kind of what the library looks like, but the control room, yeah, the control room is not in the snowy area like it is on the original Halo. Like it's just different, you know. But I just don't see the point in showing me where the library is.
Yeah, it's a nostalgic look. I recognize that thing.
Yeah.
Especially because you're then going to go into the library itself and have, a fairly long, from what I remember, walking sequence before you encounter enemies, in which, like, that's obviously where dialogue should be. If you don't want to break the pace of the game up, but they've decided to chuck it in here instead. And there's a few little lines that Guilty Spark says as well, which I don't remember from being in the original Halo, which almost give the game away too easily. It's like by the time you actually get to the revelation, he's kind of already told you what the revelation's going to be, and it's a bit weird that Chief doesn't pick up on it.
I don't think I even noticed that the first time I played it. The remake specifically.
That's what I mean. One of the cool things about the original game is that while you're playing the level, in part because you're distracted by fighting these guys, he just says things that don't really make sense.
Yep.
But they make sense from his perspective because of who he thinks you are. But he'll just say things like, "Oh, you brought like really ineffective weapons. That's weird." And it's like, well, it's not. I don't. It's like I don't know what these are. Like we weren't expecting this. But of course, from his perspective, it's like, yeah, they. Which then because there's 2 more big cutscenes from the original that are worth talking about, and I guess we'll just tackle them. 2.5, I guess. There's this one, the True Betrayals, which I am blown away. I am stunned by some of the choices that they made in this cutscene.
That's the one that just blew my mind as to how bad it was.
Yeah. Yep.
All the tests
It'll do
were
that.
conclusive. Is something wrong?
No. Nothing.
Splendid. Shall we?
Guilty Spark has had a lot of direction changes to the way he sounds, where somehow it's the same actor, but he sounds like a completely different person.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. I find it incredible that they even butchered. It's weirdly one of my favorite shots in the original game. It's just the big wide shot as Chief walks up to the control panel while Guilty Spark is humming a little song. It's a very cool shot, and we didn't really get an equivalent of that here because they lame.
Unfortunately, my usefulness to this particular endeavor has come to an end. Protocol does not allow units with my classification to perform a task as important as the reunification of the index with the core.
What the fuck is that? What was that?
Little bit here. He thinks he's looking at someone else and gets confused.
That's the devs being like, hey, remember this guy's sus. He's been a little sneaky boy.
It's reserved for you, Reclaimer. That wasn't supposed to happen.
Oh, really?
Oh, really?
It's worse already. Fuck off.
Yeah.
Cortana.
Cortana.
What was that pause? Cortana.
That is cunty.
12
Where is your manager,
hours.
Mr. Chief?
12 hours I've been stuck in here, watching you cozy up to that thing while it sharpens the knife to slit our throats.
Oh, yeah, no, we don't have the dynamism of the original delivery there. It's just
No.
all very flat.
Throw your arms around. Flail.
The delivery feels accentuated and flat in the wrong spots, whereas in the original delivery, it felt more on point.
Yep. Well, just sort of really making the point that, like, Guilty Spark is a schemer. He is scheming against you. You know, this is what he wants.
Hold on. He's a friend.
Oh,
He's a
I
friend.
didn't realize. He's your pal, is he? Your chum?
You fucking idiot. Like, how do you think the player is going to feel when they're playing as in first person as the super awesome Master Chief and they're just being bitched at?
The mom is nagging them about not taking the trash out.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
That hurts.
Yeah.
Do you have any idea what that bastard almost made you do?
That motion capture for her face is so bad. To the point that I almost think it's not even motion capture. I think it's animated.
That might be the case, yeah. But I mean, why? Why? Ugh.
Yes.
I mean, the character being emotional, I'll take, because she's just like she's been. The implication by the dialogue is that she's been suppressed for 12 hours watching things happen, and then all of a sudden now she's out, and she's able to express herself. But still, the original takes in the first game were like they were
sold that.
accentuated in the right ways. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because she's obviously emotional in the original cutscenes, but the problem is, it's like, yeah, you've gotten them all wrong. You've misunderstood essentially the emotions that are meant to be conveyed, like at any given moment, and there's a generally sort of awkward, like like not even it's like the wrong kind. It's the cringe, self-aware, almost condescension, rather than like the you actually fucked up and you need to listen to me right now.
Right.
It's just, yeah, and then
Activate Halo's defenses and destroy the Flood, which is why we brought the Index to the control center.
Even here, sorry for pausing here. I hope that's okay. But like the
On this
Chief's
show?
delivery here, Chief's delivery here as well, where it's like in the original, he delivered this in such a flat way where he's just reiterating the objectives. Where it's just like,
well,
here's what we're
and also
supposed to do, as if the implication is, Cortana, what is your input on this? Whereas here, it feels like it's like condescending, where it's like, this is what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to do this, and then we're supposed to do that.
His mom is talking back to him, and he's upset about it.
In the original, he's like a little bit unsure himself because he's like, yes, we're activating Halo to wipe out, the Flood, which is why we brought the Index to the control center. It's kind of like that sort of tone, whereas where naturally the fact that Cortana's so mad at him is making him question immediately whether or not he's got things right. Because why would she be so angry and upset? Like if there wasn't any reason for it, because we already have it up to this point that he's not quite fully convinced of everything that's going on.
Yeah.
It's the whole reason why he's looking around when he gets teleported in. Like, is something wrong? No, nothing. It's like,
no,
because he's.
That's exactly it. I think when he reiterates the objectives, it's like he does so in a way where it's just like, have I got something wrong here? Like this is what we were supposed to do. Like, just clarify where I'm going wrong here. Now it's just like, we're gonna do this and this and this, so this is why I'm right. Like this is like the implication of it, of the tone of it.
Why is it so slow?
You mean this?
That fucking eyebrow raise.
Dude, that
so
face.
badly animated.
In the core,
Once I saw the Germa comparison, I couldn't take her seriously anymore. It was fucking crazy.
acceptable.
And yet...
What imperfect?
Excuse me, where's my sod off?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I mean the sawed off thing is
A remnant of
like
when she was
that.
maybe
A
British.
line like that is written with, I think, a British sensibility. Like there's like you don't hear the word sod in any other situation. I feel like.
Yeah.
No, that's true, but too bad. That's what she said.
I was going to say, what's
Or-
funny about it is
no, I
an
agree.
equivalent.
It ends up-
and
Yeah, I
yet
agree.
does not match that energy. Say fuck off. Like just blow
Yeah.
your one curse word. Like
Well, there's that,
do
but
something.
I would argue you should be able to recognize when remaking something like this that that's a line that you're like, oh, we got to keep that one because everyone remembers it. Like it's a line that's a part of this experience now, even if it were placed for whatever reason that maybe doesn't match. You keep this applies to like so many different remakes where they just take lines away because they're like, nah, we're not doing that anymore. I think Resident Evil remake, Resident Evil 4 remake, sorry, had this problem where it kept removing a bunch of shit, and it's just like, sorry, but you're gonna have to own the fact that people are coming to Resident Evil 4 with expectations of Resident Evil 4 instead of you being like, yeah, but we want to remove the embarrassing stuff. And it's like, what are you doing? People love this.
I think also like another problem with this is that Cortana, I feel like she's relishing too much with having the sudden like having the favorable position in the power imbalance here, like because she's
no, you're right. You're totally right.
She's been suppressed for all this time, and now she has the power, and she's taking too much glee in it. I feel is an issue.
No,
with the voice delivery.
I'd say that the tone in the original is like is essentially it is confrontational, but it's like I've won here. Like you can't threaten me. I have what we need. Like I'm the I'm the obstacle in your path compared to like she almost seems thrilled by it. I was like, no,
Right.
that's not.
I think they're trying to set up a future dementia metaphor with Halo 4, and so they're adding to the emotionality of her so that it makes sense when Halo 4 comes around, and they're like, oh, that's why she's crazy.
Just wait till Halo 4, bro. It'll all make sense.
Just wait until we remake Halo 2 and 3, so then it'll all work.
Yeah.
It'll all
Well, I
click
think it's
together.
safe to say that isn't going to happen now.
What do you?
What were you about to say?
Well, what are you guys' perspective on the likelihood of getting a Halo 2 remake?
I don't know.
Under
at
the
this point.
previous leadership, absolutely it would have happened because they liked to waste money. The current leadership is being a bit tighter with the budget, and I just don't think like they might take a stab at it, but they're gonna be super hands-on with it.
Well, didn't they spend $150 million on this game, and it's currently got about 3,000 people playing it?
It's never listen. They allegedly spent $500 million on Halo Infinite, and that failure still didn't shut them down.
Yeah, there's a few issues with this, I feel like. I mean, like, for one, do they think they're seriously going to contend with the work that's already been done on the cutscenes by Blur? That's one thing.
Yeah.
And then also, like, I don't think they're greenlit for this. I don't think they have anything on their plate in terms of active projects.
Yes, right now
Halo
there's seemingly
Studios.
nothing in development, which is hilarious.
And, well, in contrast with the fucking... I don't know if I'm spoiling anything here, but the legendary ending where he's just basically saying, "We'll see you in the sequels."
Yeah,
like it's
they
like
have
you
a
automatically
couple
you
sequel
got this smug sense of like, "Oh yeah, we got this, dude. We're gonna do the second one, and you're gonna love it. Like we did
You're
such a
gonna
good
love
job
it."
with this one. Wait till you
definitely-
see what we do with the sequels." Like that's basically what they're implying, I think, and it's just like, come on.
Yeah, they wrote that. They definitely wrote that line when Phil Spencer was still in charge.
Right.
Yep.
You sure that's a good idea?
How dare you? I'll
do what? I have the index. You can just float and sputter.
Enough.
That
flood
that
is
one
spreading.
there, that's the one that gets me. You can just float and sputter is the original there. It's like, yeah, you can float and sputter. Like,
Yep.
Where's the
Also,
enunciation?
no chief putting his hands up between them. We'll just get rid of that.
Oh
Just have
yeah,
it,
yeah, we lost that too.
Yeah, of course we did.
Well, I think
If
that
we activate-
original beat lasted a hair too long, but you could have just like cut that down by like a second or like maybe a half a second.
That can't be said in the case of this because they extend everything dramatically.
We don't
Right.
cut
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
We add.
No.
That's right.
Halo's defenses, we can wipe them out.
You have no idea how this ring works, do you? Why the Forerunners built it? Halo doesn't kill Flood, it kills their food. Humans,
343
Covenant, whatever.
50 Sparks said
You're
that at the
all
start of the
equally
library.
edible.
You're all equally edible rather than we. It's a noteworthy change. And they'd be like, yeah, but I mean, she can't be eaten by the Flood. It's like, oh, I think you misunderstand. The whole point of we is that she includes herself as part of humanity, not separate from it.
Well, I think there's an interesting thing there because the model is based off of Halsey as a person. Like I don't know what position to take on this. Like, because I know what you're saying, Fringy.
I think it fits as a rewrite with the idea that she's like in her egotistical mode right now, where again they're probably fucking foreshadowing like villain Cortana.
Sure,
where
maybe,
it's like
but-
she sees herself as something different, and it's because she's in this position of power right now, and it's like, see, we're setting up Halo 5.
Yeah,
we're setting up Hitler
no,
Cortana.
Yeah.
It's not. No. It's not you. It's we. Obviously, we.
Sorry, did you just say Hitler Cortana?
Yes.
Okay, you've got to understand how strange that sounds to someone who has not played past like
don't
Halo.
worry.
You
Combat
got to
Zone.
stop selling him on playing Halo 5.
Yeah.
I will say, by the way,
That's right.
I know less about this, obviously, but when I was in the prequel missions chat, we're talking about how there's like tanks or whatever that relate to foreshadowing for the future of these games. So they're definitely doing it, right? Like they are treating this game as a remake, but that fits in.
I think that's yes, because a particularly funny one for the prequels that was pointed out when I was playing is that it looks like on the genetic experiments that they're doing, the genetic experiments are to make it so that the elites and the jackals and stuff that are in Halo 4 and 5 fit into canon. The reason why they look different is not the change in art direction, but genetic experiments. Which, of course, doesn't make any sense because the Arbiter also has the weird-looking mandibles as well.
It's a very Star Trek approach to closing that plot hole.
It's hilarious.
I think they intended it as a funny reference and didn't realize there's so many people that hate Halo 4 that like would find it funny that Jul Mdama is currently sitting in a tank like a Snoke clone.
Well, but not just that. The people are kind of funny, but there would be people making Halo lore videos saying like, so actually on the Triumph of Tolerance, we see that like they would just incorporate it in like as actual real canon. And then they'd start telling you that you're a casual because you didn't realize that. If
You're a
ever make
casual.
that mistake.
You're a fucking tourist for not playing the Halo remake prequel missions and studying
That's
the
right.
back to tanks.
This reminds me of Resident Evil to an extent. Not as bad, but with the remake branch, that they often pick and choose continuity from their remake. Like they're setting up the future versus they're remaking the games they're actually paying homage to. You're like,
It makes it hard to parse being a fan where it's like you have all of these conflicting sources and you're supposed to know all of them, but selectively pick and choose which ones are true. Like a big one is a lot of people were citing that the girl boss character, her hatred of the Master Chief is justified because ODSTs famously hate Spartans. And it's like,
famously.
That's a reference to a book that this game didn't canonize because this game pretends that the flood didn't happen anyways. So like, why are we picking and choosing what's canon?
Well, and also, you can point to that book, but at the end of the day, when I play Halo 2 and Halo 3 and Halo Reach, and I'm a Spartan going on missions with them, they don't say, hey, but fuck you, Noble Six, or yeah, you know what, fuck you, Chief, we gotta work together, but
No.
you.
There's a single line in Halo Reach where the bullfrogs challenge you, and that's supposed to signal that the ODSTs have this intense rivalry where they hate Spartans.
Yeah.
I have an entire video about why that's cope.
You're just making me think about that
It is
stupid
fun.
fucking line from Secret Invasion where they completely rewrite history and then they say, don't rewrite history by trying to counter it. Like, Jesus.
The only way to stop the flood is to starve them to death. And that's exactly what Halo is designed to do. Wipe the galaxy clean of all sentient life. You don't believe me? Ask him.
Is it true?
Oh no, that chief line delivery is so bad because originally he says, "Is it true?" Whereas like he just sounds like the old man that Steve Downes is, and that's sad. But like,
yeah,
you know, I can't fault Steve Downes for aging 25 years since Halo 1 came out. Okay, that's
Damn
not
it,
my
Steve,
problem
you
with it.
failed us. How could you do this?
But
Yeah,
like at the same time, the direction is just so bad.
You nailed the original delivery there. It's more grave. Like it's like,
Yeah.
Is it true? Like, well, I'm not even doing it justice there, but like
Yeah,
the
it's
way
a
they do it,
serious revelation.
it feels more superficial than it's supposed to be. Yeah.
I gotta tell you, I was terrified of whether or not they were going to change any of these lines that Guilty Spark has. They don't, but they change the animation and the delivery in ways that compromises the original meaning and intention behind them. But I was so terrified that
Are
they
you
were going to
referring
start
to the Forerunner humans thing?
Yes, I was terrified
that was something I had heard too. The thing is, they don't have to change that because the way that they fixed that in canon was by making Guilty Spark a former human.
What? No.
There is a book that establishes that Guilty Spark was a human who got digitized, and that's why he says that like all our lost history. That's why he says that, because he's the former human. That was their band-aid fix to that little, so that they could do the whole Forerunners aren't actually humans.
And he just forgot to mention it.
Just forgot, yeah.
Do you guys
Forerunners
love this is the equivalent of catching someone in your library who's scribbling in all the books and you just want to fucking kill him?
Yes.
Technically, this installation's pulse has a maximum effective radius of 25,000 light years. But once the others follow suit, this galaxy will be quite devoid of life. Or at least any life with sufficient biomass to sustain the flood. But you already knew that.
But you already knew that.
I mean, how couldn't you?
How couldn't you? Yeah, no.
I'm evil.
Terrible delivery.
Left out that little detail, did he?
Left out that little
Oh
detail.
wow,
did he?
you're pretty
We have followed outbreak containment procedure to the letter. You were with me each
You
step
were
of the
with
way as
me
we
every
managed
step
this
of the way.
crisis.
Like every
Chief, I'm
fucking
picking up
line is
movement.
read wrong.
This is the one that stands out to me the most.
Why would you hesitate to do what you've already done?
He's gone off to wonder why this is the case. He's like he's gone off to ponder why that's the case rather than the way that it plays originally, which is he's like asking you almost point blank, like, why would you hesitate to do something that we've already done before? As opposed to, oh geez, why are you hesitating to do what we've already done? Shit, huh?
It's a rhetorical question in the original. Here it's that he's actually confused.
He's genuinely confused. Like it's how it's way better as well that he's staring him just point blank in the face while talking to him and asking him all of these things instead of
it's
wandering
animated
off.
like a Pixar scene. Like the characters, like you would imagine if he has shoulders, they're drooped and he's very confused right now.
Yeah, exactly.
We need to go.
Well, this
right now.
is something I'll actually credit to the way that it's been done here. I can't remember exactly how it was executed in the original game. It's been a few years since I played that, but like the way like 343 stares right into the camera when he's saying like, you already knew that, right? As if he's also talking to the audience, like they're humans and the humans were Forerunners. So it's like he's talking to the Forerunner broadly. Like why, like he doesn't understand like what.
But that's not true anymore. It's not canon anymore. Halo 4.
Yeah,
no, well they're dialing back on that, right? They're trying to erase.
That's got to be what's going on here.
That's the thing. They've changed it completely because obviously the thing is at this point you don't get any explicit confirmation that humans are Forerunners. That's something that was gonna be in Halo 2, but then they wasn't in there. But then in Halo 3, I mean, Guilty Spark just says it outright. But the whole point of all of these lines is that it is all he is saying really strange things. He's talking to Chief as if like Chief has a total understanding of what's going on here. But the reason why is because it's like, from his perspective, a reclaimer is not a different species of people that have been given the mantle of responsibility to control the universe or fucking whatever. It is
who
like
find forerunners
you're
sexually attractive and have a predestination to create AI and armor systems, all according to Halo 4.
Yeah, like it's not about that. It's like, oh hey, you're back. Hey, like we got some problems to sort out. Oh, that's weird. You brought weird weapons. Oh well, anyway, we'll make short work of it. And of course, this is meant to tie into other things that you would be noticing that are kind of made more explicit, which is you can use all of this Forerunner technology, and the Covenant can't. They can't like activate Halo. That's something that's made very clear in Halo 2 and Halo 3.
Well, Matt actually steps on the that scene earlier in Halo, the mission, where the original game has a cutscene for activating the bridge, and the new game treats it very casually, even though it is actually pretty significant.
That.
Yeah,
it's actually kind of a worthwhile thing to show. Yes, he is reclaiming the Forerunner.
No, he's taking the mantle of responsibility.
Ah, yes, that's right. Yes, as opposed to reclaiming Halo.
Halo 4 has a plot point in which Master Chief is the fucking chosen one of the Forerunners to inherit all of this stuff so that he can fist fight an Iron Man vampire guy and shove a nuclear bomb up his ass.
Stop selling me on this game, Patrician. What are you doing?
I am selling you on it.
The Prometheans that you fight, the robots, they're actually humans, ancient humans that got turned into
skulls inside their masks.
Yeah, and it was because he was trying to use, what was the thing called? The big device the big laser. What was it called?
The Composer.
Yes, the Composer.
And they blow up Phoenix, Arizona.
That's right, New Phoenix or something. Yeah. No, it's the point. Look, all right. I
call
love
it the Sunny Delight laser, but sure, Composer. Let's go with it.
I love the original, like just this as an element that you've been playing the game, and there's a lot to sort of be read into, and then Guilty Spark says a whole bunch of things that just don't make much sense at all. But of course, it makes a lot more sense when you realize exactly what his perspective is. It's super cool. It's really very. It's dare I say subtle. But whoops, that was a mistake.
Now, we need to pay off future games because a bunch of people ass blasted us on YouTube making fun of the fact that we retconned the Forerunner human thing.
Yeah.
Last time you asked me if it were my choice, would I do it? Having had considerable time to
terrible.
They're just over-egging how evil he is with the way this is filmed.
Yeah.
Well, again, and also, I enjoy how much less dynamic it is, because, again, this is yet another instance where we have a big 360 shot. We cut from behind Chief as he sees all of the Sentinels pop up. He even has a little bit of a fright when he sees it. And then, turns around, grabs Cortana. We do the big sweeping shot to then face him as he's essentially staring down this threat. But instead, it's like no, let's have it be much more boring. Mm-hmm.
I also just hate the line delivery. Last time you asked me if it were my choice, would I do it? He doesn't say it like that anymore. He says it like a fucking villain.
Yep. Because again, it's a total.
No choice. We must activate the ring.
Yeah, and they're just like that. We must activate the ring, as opposed to like we have no choice. We must activate the ring.
We must activate the ring. It's just matter of fact for Guilty Spark that he's about to commit genocide. Like,
yeah, pretty much. He's kind of got a casual
evil.
Relationship with it. Yeah.
It's the temptation to over-humanize AI characters or robot characters. It's quite common. They seem to think that the more human you make them in inflection, the more relatable they are. The more you can parody human emotions, the more unsettling the characters. I mean, the actually unsettling thing about him is precisely that he has no real emotional attachment to the thing that he's doing. It's why he's able to do the job that he does.
You think they learned from
lazy
Hal?
hack writers, well, yeah.
Hal was so very
developed though is like that. Actually, he just really, really, really wants a ring that he controls. Is like what sort of emerges after that the ring gets destroyed, and then he's kind of left without any clear purpose in Halo 2, and then in Halo 3 when it's like, oh, the Ark is constructing a new Halo. Well, that's just fantastic. And then, of course, when threatened with the prospect of the Halo ring getting destroyed again, that's when he finally loses his shit. Which, of course, is a notable turn at that point. Because it's like the first time that you see him shoot a laser out of his face because of how mad he is. But anyway, oh well.
Us out of here!
If you are unwilling to help, I will simply find another. Still, I must have the index. Give your construct to me, or I will be forced to take it.
What was that?
I was half expecting his little eye to go bright red in this moment, and then the entire game to go red as well.
No, to defend this, I think they're trying to say he's not like he's like an antagonist of some kind. Like I think they're trying to get across that he's not your friend, and I don't know how I would get that otherwise.
Yep.
I don't even understand how you came to that conclusion. I'm still confused.
It was really the zoom, the music, the lighting, the expressions. It was really
Why isn't
just
his eyes red.
Also, I don't know if you got it, but they email you while you play this to say he's evil at this point. So they don't want you to miss it. You know?
I had my notifications off.
There you go.
That's not going to happen.
So be it. Save his head. Dispose of the rest.
Wow, that was. Oh wow,
took way too long to end.
Yeah, I love how easy that next section of game is as well compared to original, where they're like you're supposed to find those at least a little bit difficult to kill, but as soon as you get one of their guns, you can take them out in like 0.5 seconds. I was out of there so fucking quickly.
You can pick up the sentinel beams. Yeah, they're in the game and they're super overpowered as well.
Oh yeah, we didn't mention that one because the needle rifle. Yeah, it's crazy
the most
powerful.
The sentinel beam has ever been, probably.
Yeah, more so than even in Halo 2. I felt it was super powerful.
Melts the shit out of the Covenant. They can't do anything against it.
And
the Sentinels are just pathetic.
Yep.
Which is like they drop a weapon that they're weak against because I am very smart.
It's pretty OP against every enemy type. Yeah, the Sentinel.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which then brings us to the last two cutscenes from the campaign itself. Before we take a look at a handful of the prequel ones. So
I'm excited. I want to see the girl boss.
This is the end of the game, the last cutscene. So they've changed the ship layout.
Which again, I don't understand because if we're standardizing this with like where First Strike is going to go, as implied by the prequel missions, how are 7 people supposed to fit into this little cockpit?
This is so fucking dumb. When I saw this, I was like, so he's dead. He's fucked. There's nothing. There's a one-hit kill
had
enemy.
Experience with this enemy the entire game. They could just make it a normal fucking
one
combat
fucking hit
form.
kill enemy on heroic. You're done. It's over. Can't do anything, Chief.
Oh no! Oh, and his gun,
this
gun
shot, dude. This fucking pathetic shit.
It fell through the map.
Oh jeez, it fell through the chair in the. Oh god, it's between the seats. My gun is between the seats.
I dropped my phone.
Oh no! Oh no!
So stupid.
But yeah.
Thank you, Keys.
Oh my god, he used the Magnum from the beginning.
The iconic fucking Magnum. The thing about this, of course, is the first question I was like, oh, the Magnum can't do that. It can't kill in one fucking shot.
A normal combat form that he's wrestling with, and then he one-shots it, because the Magnum can one-shot the combat forms.
Oh, right. Well, yeah. That's the thing. It makes no sense to put a tank there. Like, why did they do this? Just like to be scary.
Sure the other two that are right next to the ship at this present moment, they're going to jump up and we're going to see that he's going to struggle more and the pistol won't do what it's supposed to do because they're right there, so they're going to have to do that.
Even the placement of the assault rifle at the beginning, I mean, he's supposed to be able to magnetically lock his gun to the rear of his torso armor. Like the fact that he's just like setting it aside just so he can fumble with it between the seat cushions.
It is unacceptable to have his primary iconic fucking weapon slip between the sofa cushions. That's just so stupid.
Oops. Oh, off he go. Oh. Let me know that.
Oh, where did they go?
Where did they go? They just disappeared.
They're standing there. They're just standing.
General lack of urgency, please note.
The most dynamic shot in the game when they actually pan the camera.
Yeah. And of course, you might have noticed, it's like, wait a minute, where's Sergeant Johnson? Don't you worry, we'll find out where he is soon enough.
Well, I like the PNG explosion.
Why actually
Artistically is
have
my
things
favorite.
explode when you can
This
just superimpose
shot.
a fucking explosion
What
over
the-
everything? Yeah.
What
Are
is
they
this
watching it?
shot?
Wait, hang on. This has to be AI because now they're looking at the explosion that they were
They're not
flying
looking
away
at the
from.
explosion. They're flying away from it, and you can see the lighting. It's just this horrible static shot of the two of them just staring vacantly forward.
This next bit was the
What-
only
what's-
time in the
what's the
entire game I
reflection?
thought like this is the sort of mistake AI would make. It's not only it's this, but it's also the way the ring itself explodes. It's like I still think it's dumb fuck humans, but I can understand this mistake
For the
being made.
record, like just for Patricia, I don't know how invested you are in any fucking superhero movies, but Superman got made fun of because there's a shot where he's like flying in front of the sun, moves away from it, and then into another sun on Earth, and it's like nice. And then a lot of people were like, "Excuse me, we don't need realism for suns. We're doing Superman, okay?" Like people loved it, defended it, just like,
Right.
And then of course, if someone said like, "Oh, it's AI," it's like, no, I think humans are stupid.
Humans can fuck up in those ways.
Well, I was about to say they not only fuck up, but like intentionally. Like if you said to them, "There's two suns, bro," and it's like, yeah, people won't notice. They'll love it. They love the light sources. They'll love it. Trust me.
Yeah, that's
like,
what the moon is during the day.
Yeah.
Look at this shot.
No,
What the
he's
hell?
I swear that reflection in his visor is the explosion.
I don't think so. I think they're just looking at nothing.
They're just looking. Oh, this is
Let's be honest, this
decidedly
game has
much
a lot of light
worse.
sources.
Here it
Well,
comes.
this,
yeah.
So like
It's a
This
giraffe
is a
getting sucked off
nightmare.
by a guy.
This is a nightmare. In the original game, you have the nice dynamic shot where it sort of tilts and it spins as it's pulling back from Halo while the one big chunk flies towards the other chunk. It's kind of an iconic shot. They remade it in Halo 2 in the opening, like the prologue with Arbiter. But instead, this is what you get right here.
I said
Like,
this
what's
reminds me of
causing-
The Force Awakens.
It's a 6.
When they blow up Starkiller Base.
Yeah. Look at that! Yeah, that's a good example.
I almost want to say that might even be slightly too mean on Starkiller Base. What's causing the entire ring? I thought the whole point of blowing that ship up was, in the original anyway, that force of that explosion basically shatters the ring. So what's causing it to blow up from the inside at all points simultaneously, and why is the bottom shattering first?
The script.
Oh.
It was a load-bearing part of the ring.
That was a load-bearing
Shut them
part of the
down.
ring.
We'll need them later.
Wow, that was weirdly casual.
Oh god, the delivery in
Did
this bit
anyone
as
else
well.
make it?
Scanning. No.
No.
Just dust and echoes. We're all that's left.
Just try to sound a little sad.
We did what we had to do. For Earth.
You're just
An
like guilty
entire
Spark.
Covenant armada obliterated.
She sounds
and
like she's
blood.
comforting
Why-
him instead of convincing herself again.
Come on,
Yeah.
you're
Yeah.
smiling, but yes, that's another because this is the same as the key sequences that she's clearly trying to convince herself in the original, whereas here she's not, and instead she seems pretty happy about it. She's smiling, dude.
She got those monkeys killed. I don't know what you'd expect.
Well, she's
She's
smiling
happy.
because Dust and Echoes made it. Thank God. Thank God
That's
Dust
great
did
ape,
that.
sir.
He was
Okay.
saved from the chickens.
The
Look
chicken.
at that smile.
We had no choice. Halo,
I know that, Cortana.
it's finished.
It really is. She's convincing him.
No. I think
And
we're
then
just
John
getting
Halo
started.
speaks up, and then he's like, "No, there's three
Oh, by the way,
sequel
I think that is a insane misunderstanding of the tone that you're trying to convey at the ending of the game.
Yes.
Like putting so much emphasis on, oh my god, he's about to take the helmet off. Oh, cut to black. Haha, got you. Compared to the big like pullback as he takes the helmet off and then showing space as the music just continues to linger for another 10 or 15 seconds to let it sink in. The
Yeah.
game begins with the shot of Halo, and the game ends with space devoid of Halo while the music is playing. It's like it's bigger picture. That's like all that's trying to say. Bigger picture, not like oh my god, is he gonna take off his fucking helmet? Are you gonna see his fucking face? Like
less
dude.
emphasis on his face and more emphasis on like where is he going in space? Like where are we going now in terms of like the adventure of this story? Yeah.
Our place in the universe has changed forever. It's like forever and permanently altered. just let it sink in for a moment. Let the experience sink in. Instead, it's like, nah, you're gonna see his fucking face. They're so incompetent. They're so staggeringly incompetent. Which and then we have the legendary ending. Which have you all seen this or?
Yes.
That chatter just asked, do we get a Marvel cameo at the end of the credits? Boy, do we have something to show you.
Yeah.
I had a weird experience with this one because it started rolling the credits and I couldn't skip them. So I quit back to the menu and then it was like resume game. So I hit resume game and then it gave me the post-credit scene.
Huh.
Oh, that's weird.
I don't know why it worked like that, but yeah.
I just looked it up because I played it on Heroic first time. And I didn't want to...
Fear not, Marvel Bros. We have an after credit sequence. Here we go.
That's right. Oh, wow. By the way, just before it even... It's a really fun little cutscene in the original. The fact that the Elite grabs Johnson's ass is beautiful. It just it's the cherry on top.
Hold me, baby.
Is that he grabs his ass, but this is what you've got instead.
The devs were having fun.
Well, they did an actual joke here.
Those were the days.
So is that the original line? Did they have to pay David Scully, like give him royalties for that?
No, that was re-recorded. That's the new guy. Yeah.
So that even takes away from the like impact of it if it's the new guy on the old scene.
Yep.
They're really fucking proud of that sand.
Yeah.
Get your ass out of here.
Oh, Steve Harvey.
Well, that's my cue.
What is this tone? What the fuck?
It was a little confusing to me because it's like, did they want to one up the original by being like, we're going to explain how he gets out straight away because we got a pelican right there. Even though it's like, well, then what was he doing here the whole time?
Just hanging out. He's first he disappeared from Guilty Spark, and then this is how he reappears. It's so weird.
It is a continuity error. That's it. It is. It just was originally. I can live with that. Compared to something like this.
Well, I mean, you could also say non-canon, right? As like a meme, because it is a meme.
Well, there's like a pseudo explanation in First Strike for how it happened, but it's like, yeah, it's just one of those things that when you're a Halo fan, it's like, yeah, Sergeant Johnson probably died, but he still shows up in Halo 2. Like, who gives a fuck? There's multiple Sergeant Johnsons in the game, anyways. It's like Half-Life, how like there's a bunch of random characters and then they all end up having names in Half-Life 2, and it's like, well, which one of these guys was Barney? Which one of these guys was Dr. Kleiner? It's like, it doesn't matter. That's just a fun part of the franchise. It was like, no.
But instead we need to make it a little wink wink nudge.
Who's the Pelican pilot in this scene?
I don't know.
It was just like on standby.
Thumbhammer, I told you. Thumbhammer.
Yeah. I think it's Spyhammer.
Okay.
See you in the sequel.
Fuck you.
Presumptuous of you. You're gonna get to make a remake sequel.
Yeah, no, I hope that's a curse that they've conducted upon themselves, that they you know what? Either way, right? Because if Halo 2 gets a remake, then everyone will talk about how awesome Halo 2 is.
Yep.
We don't need that. Well, I mean, we don't need that.
You know, the thing is,
I know,
I know.
But at least that happens.
That's the thing. We don't even know what the future really holds.
We don't even need that though, because Halo 2 has already had an anniversary version.
It has. Well, this also had a remake, and also the original is very accessible. So you know, all of that is not necessary, but whatever. Which yeah. So we got a couple of these prequel cutscenes that we got to check out as well, because I added in this prequel. Which, by the way, I've seen it pointed out, the Mark IV armor doesn't have regenerating shields, right? Like in canon.
And there was a solution for this, which is Halo 3 ODST had a character who didn't have shields, and they kept the mechanic with the stamina system. So it's like, you just do that.
Nah, why would we do that?
And now I'm trying to make a video with the half-assed machinima mode that they advertised. Like they took away theater mode, but they brought back machinima mode, which is fucking awful. I could have talked a bit about that, but whatever. I don't think it's really worth talking
Go
about.
Go off, please. I need,
no.
Now that you brought it up, I need to hear it said.
I don't think enough people give a shit. I think Mahler wants to wind down. So I like this is a whole thing, but like it's just terrible. The machinima like the thing with theater mode with like making videos and like they use this as a selling point, by the way, on social media. The official Xbox Halo account. They're like, hey, you can make your own little videos like Retro versus Blue or whatever. And it doesn't come anywhere close to the same functionality. The key feature with theater mode being that you could pause and rewind the action. So then you could predict where the action was going to occur, and then you could position the camera appropriately. And then you could rewind the action and let the action play out from that camera angle. You can't do that anymore. I mean, it even goes as far as to like there are certain events that won't occur unless the active camera is the one within Chief's helmet. So like you can like activate the free camera mode and position the camera somewhere, and then like a campaign scripted event won't occur until you return the camera perspective back to Chief, and then the thing will play out. Like the initial, like right at the beginning, for example, where the door explodes in the NPC's face, and then you're meant to be like, oh shit, I gotta go jump over these pipes and then go down this corridor. Like that won't happen until the active camera is in the player's perspective. So like there's a whole slew of issues with the camera mode they've introduced with this. So like as a filmmaking tool, like I understand that I don't expect them to cater to filmmakers with this game, like as I've done with so long, but like if you take away theater mode and all its functionality and then throw in a simple free camera and then advertise that on social media as a machinima mode, I find that so fucking insulting. But like not everybody is going to feel the same way I do about that, and it's like whatever, but like it's just such a fucking joke to me.
I disagree. If you're an old school Halo fan, machinima was a big part of why the franchise was successful in the first place, and it's just disgraceful that they don't even want to try to cater to that.
Yeah,
man.
Well, I mean, it's been a staple since 2007 with Halo 3, with Forge mode and theater mode. That was the introduction of those, and then they just decided to do away with those.
It meant that it kept the game on people's minds because you had a whole bunch of fans that were making stuff that was based on Halo, you know?
I mean, to be absolutely clear, I was way more familiar with Army of the Chief lore than Halo lore.
I've had some people tell me that I understand Halo better than fucking the creators of the Halo show did, and I get it. And it's like, what really makes me sad is that like the introduction of theater mode was such a great thing to introduce for amateur filmmakers or people who were just interested in filmmaking, but didn't want to like take the full step into like creating an actual live action production with a crew. Like they could do it in video games, like the Halo systems in regard to theater mode. Like that was such an accessible way of playing around with that. And now they've taken away that entirely and thrown in a simple free camera, which is the most basic fucking thing that you could throw into a video game in terms of game design. Like a free roaming camera is one of the most basic units of game design. It's hilarious, right? Because you got to implement that like early on to be able to fly around and look at what it is you're building. And given what they've taken away, and like that very simple thing they've introduced, and calling that a method of making films is just like it's so ridiculous to me. I don't know what else to say.
A
I don't want to
tragedy.
go on about it. Yeah. The filmmaking system is so fucking awful. So I was just like, okay, well, I guess I'll just make an awful video with it. And I'm trying to make a video with like, because one of the things I found that they allowed you to do was you can play back the cutscenes with the dialogue and the music mixed to 0. So you can just get the cutscenes with like just sound design and that's it. And I'm using that to make a very crude video. And I'm gonna splice that with what I can accomplish using the free camera mode. And I'm gonna try and make a spoof of like the original Halo story, basically, in a very stupid way. So that's what I'm working on. And yeah, I don't know what else to say.